We can talk about it here in a second, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce, in the top right corner, spamming all the hearts, it is the red Vanguard player, Mr. Hi, I'm a Dog Wagon, a.k.a. Smile, a.k.a. Fuego.
Right, that's right. We can't let him forget about Fuego.
No, never let him forget.
Even after bullying him for like 3 years to change it back to Smile.
No, I thought it was Fuego the whole time. Anyways.
His opponent in the lower left-hand corner, mining Therium. I did not know this race could do that. That's like cheating. This is Grimmy. The Grimbo Slice.
The Grimbo Slimbo is some Gollum. So I already know what Grimmy's going to do here because I've watched his stream quite a bit.
Oh, excellent.
He's going to go for Seraphim. So
this rushing for Seraphim.
Yeah, this Morph Core that's going to the bottom right corner is going to... No, okay, hold on. He's done a few things. I don't know quite the order that he does it in. Yeah, okay, so he's actually upgrading his Arc ship to an Arc Station. He's going to immediately ascend the Therium camp, so he's going to instantly cap that camp with his Morph Core, because you need vision of it. He's going to cap it with the Morph Core, and then he's going to build the Seraphim behind where these trees are that he's killing. So there you go. I just laid out the whole game plan for you. For Grimmy.
This is wild. I love Grimmy's brain. Grimmy's brain is it's off the charts.
This is wild. It is. It's crazy. So yeah, there's the Ascension, and then he's gonna build, I forget what it's called. I think it's the Legion Hall is what makes Seraphim. But Smile is going to know, obviously, because he does see that the camp just gets capped there. And there goes Legion Hall, but he's not going to be able to do anything about it because dogs can't hit Legion Halls. Or with the trees in the way, rather, I should say.
Yeah, he would have to break the trees down. Yeah. Which is a lot of investment.
So Smile is going now to Central Command, which I think is so that he can get the dog upgrade, although maybe not. I actually don't know if they do that versus Celestials that don't make units. Maybe they do. I really don't know. I have no idea what Smile is going to do here, to be honest.
You know, this is going to be a learning adventure for us. So I feel like, didn't we watch a similar strat to this in the last one?
Oh. Okay. This game is already, it's going to be so crazy. He's making Hornets.
Oh.
Yeah, Hornets, by the way, I did the math. They kill, one Hornet kills a Prism in just over 2 seconds. Just over 2 seconds.
Insane.
It's just so fast.
They snipe the crap out of them.
They do.
So Grimmy's going to be really focused on getting all these camps, but is he going to be prepared to just lose every single Prism in a few seconds?
It might look like he's going to be prepped to get all the camps. I think he's just doing something while he's getting up to a critical Seraphim number. I don't know if he's actually concerned with, like, creeping the whole map. Because he's going to need to... Like, obviously, Grimmy knows Hornets exist, and he knows that that's a really popular strategy right now versus Celestial as Vanguard. He's going to need to deal with them somehow. And he's making a link node there, which I think he's going to make into a strike node.
Yeah, and he certainly is.
He is. Dude, I play this game.
Yeah, you know it.
I play this game, bro. I play this game.
Smile's trying to take the health camp back on Grimmy's side of the base right now. Ooh. He's getting hit by the laser beam at the moment.
He didn't lose anything yet, though, so he's going to have to lift that collection, right? He's gonna try to bait as much time.
They just changed it, right? Now it's like 60 seconds before it can... Or no, they made it they made it lower.
Better.
30 seconds. Yeah. Okay.
But he is gonna lose it to these Hornets, I think. You can't redirect the laser beam. So for Vanguard, one of the best strats, which we just saw Smile do there, is to just shield whatever thing it's hitting and leave that in range.
That makes a lot of sense. That's good mic right there from Smile.
Doesn't lose any dogs. And Grimmy just still trying to collect. Obviously, the resource camps are like the best that you can get. in the early game. The other camps do give you a lot of money. The resource camps, of course, give you the permanent money, though. And this is another, I would say, tactic that Grimmy loves to do. If you look at the Luminite camp on the right side of the map, Smile's moving all the dogs, but Grimmy's got a scanner there.
That's so good, actually.
It's crazy. So Vanguard has to scan that so that they can reveal it, because it's invisible, and then you also have to have a unit that can hit it. So he obviously
so he needs to bring the Hornets over here.
He needs to bring the Hornets over. Yep, exactly. Which he will do, but it's just like extra steps. It gives Grimmy more time, which is not what Smile's looking for. He's already gotten so much value. Grimmy's just being a menace, man. He took the siege camp. There's the rocket launchers on the way.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I mean, Grimmy's definitely being as annoying as possible with this, and I think Smile's doing a good job trying to clear out these camps now. He's taken a lot of his own camps. Obviously, killing that collection array was huge. But it doesn't feel like Smile's got a ton going on his side of the map. He doesn't have an expansion.
Yeah, no expansion. Now, once he reaches, like, you know, critical mass of workers, it seems like it's pretty popular for Vanguard to just delay the expansion for as long as possible. And then once you, like, max out on a worker line, that's when you drag 4 or 5 over, you overcharge them, and then they just build that base so quickly that it's basically, you're not really missing out on too much. So it's not too advantageous for them, since they can multi-build, to build that expansion too early. So it sometimes is deceptive, I think, when you're watching a Vanguard play. You're like, oh my god, they're just on one base. It's like, well, so long as they're not maxed out on economy, they're kind of okay.
We might have a bit of a skirmish here, as Grimmy's got everything out on the map right now. And yeah, Smile's going to dive in on top of this. I don't know if you realize those Argents were up on the high ground, though. Seraphim's not going to be that fantastic in the fight. And I don't know if this is going to go super well for Grimmy. I think he got caught a little bit with his pants down here.
I think he did. And unfortunately, Hornets quite good versus Seraphim. They're light as well. So that means, again, that bonus damage. Or do they only do bonus damage to ground, actually? I can't remember.
Huh?
I don't remember. Yep, I just actually don't remember.
I can't tell. Can't tell. Looking
got
at
a Cabal
the
out.
unit card, not seeing it. Grimmy's going to try to defend here, but I think even if he's able to defend, this is going to be just painful for him. I will say, Smile definitely needs to go take that base at some point in the relatively near future. His defense is going quite well. All the dogs are pretty much dead.
Yeah, he's going to pick up these extra few dogs as well. And, I mean, Smile did lose 1 Hornet in that exchange. But that speed boost is so good, but we can already see Grimmy's actually going for Cabal. Cabal, kind of the accepted way for Celestials to deal with Hornets. Because they get that super boost back to their hangar where they heal up. So if you can Cabal them, it slows them down quite significantly. Can actually kind of catch them before they can get all the way back. So a little bit of extra play there. But we have hit sort of like a reset point. Neither side, I think, has too much of an advantage, although Smile has so many Hornets alive.
Yeah,
Grimmy
the Hornets are really scary here.
Yeah. Grimmy has basically completely stopped Seraphim production, so cleaning up this Legion Hall, while good, is not super impactful. I don't think he was going to do anything with it anyways, so it actually just returns power to him. I think there might be a world where you... Well, I don't know. Actually, not sure. Maybe you don't.
I don't know.
I think you always kill it.
I feel like killing it's the safer bet.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, he's rebuilding another one in his natural, so I'm obviously wrong, and he did want that building, so all good there.
Ooh.
I did love that early game strategy, though. That was just like, that was some big brain thinking.
It was. It's a really nice move, and I think Smile dealt with it really well, considering he wasn't. I don't think he was privy to that for a long time.
Yeah,
but
no,
it
he
still
wasn't.
Felt very competitive.
Yeah, he was able, I mean, Smile, I mean, basically was able to take the other camps uncontested, but Grimmy was able to get those really valuable resource camps early and hold on to them for a good while. He's now going back into Argent and Cabal. He hasn't gotten the Argent upgrade quite yet, And he's currently working on the Animancer upgrade. So he's going to try to get up to the Storm, which, I think it's the Dark Prophecy, excuse me.
There you go.
What it's called. It looks like a storm. It feels like a storm.
It walks like a storm. It talks like a storm.
Vector. Oh no, he did.
Was that the last vector that he had?
It was the only vector he had.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, Smile's army is looking a lot scarier than Grimm's right now. He's starting to build up these Animancers, but I'm just worried. I don't know. Is that the answer for the Hornets? Is it the Animancer? Because he's about halfway done with the Dark Prophecy training, so I feel like he just doesn't want to move out right now until he has that. Because once he has that upgrade, I believe that does hit air. So I think that's going to be his go-to answer here.
I'm surprised that Smile hasn't been a little bit more aggressive with these Hornets.
I am
Seems
too,
to be just
honestly.
focused on creep camps, but I mean, he talked about how quickly they can kill those prisms, and he hasn't dove into the base once.
Yeah, you know, at least the Therium here. I mean, I feel like the Hornets, the longer that they're up, sort of the less value they're gonna bring you. Like, they're not bad units to have, I think, at any point in the game, but I mean, definitely, I feel like he's gonna be wanting to go to Exo soon. But maybe I'm just crazy. He's just he's making more Hornets and he's making more dogs. So apparently I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hornet dog combo right now.
Hornet dog. The Hornet dog.
Which, yeah, I can't say that I've seen this meta this late in the game. Anyways, no Exos coming out. No, nothing else. Who needs man with gun when you can just have doggo?
Dog with bite and Hornet with.
It's worth noting Smile's name in the game is dog related. I don't know about this engagement with the Hornets.
He was able to snipe one of the Animancers there, but I think he did lose a couple of Hornets there for his trouble. Not too huge of a deal. So he's once again, I think he's going to just cleanse, purify. I don't actually remember the name of the top ability. Neuro calls it go to Jesus. And that is exactly what he's doing on the siege camp there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's a great choice just to be annoying. He might be waiting until, like, if Smile moves out, then he can capture it and kind of force him to move back.
Yeah, something interesting, actually, is if you don't capture the objective, which he's going to do now, so he's just waiting for his army to all be there, which makes sense. If you don't capture it, your opponent doesn't actually get any indication that you've taken it at all.
That's true.
So, I mean, I think, again, it's probably going to be most of the time higher value to take the camp anyways, but there is some maybe sneaky plays you could do, because one thing taking camps does do is give away your position at least a little bit, at least on one unit, right?
And now we have a bit of a run by here, I guess. It's Smile's entire army, so he's decided to push out. He's trying to hit with those Hornets, do a little bit of harassment here, which has gone very well so far.
Ooh,
but now the army's in the middle of the map. Oh my god. We're going to see how these dogs and Hornets do.
Oh, the storms!
I know he is good, but I don't know if it's good enough.
Just surround.
Yeah. And that siege camp is just not helping at all. The surround is so good. And Smile's army absolutely crushes this fight, killing every single unit except the one Argent that has escaped so far. And Grimmy suddenly has to run all the way home.
He does have another Animancer here, and it does do so much damage. You can see those dogs do lose HP so quickly. Oh my god, he actually got so many of them there.
The blast node against all the wounded dogs has actually been so good. And now just some laser beams coming out. The Hornets are still a big threat, but when it's just them, it doesn't feel like it's going to be enough. And suddenly that army that Smile had built up this whole time is pretty low here. He might be able to get the Legion Hall.
Does manage to get it.
There's not a ton of units right now out for Grimmy to hold on. These Argents are popping out and dying pretty much immediately. Yeah.
He's going to start popping these power banks down because that just slows down Grimmy's production. He's going to try to hit the health camp to try to shoo away these Hornets, but I don't think Grimmy's going to be able to do it here. Another Sovereign's Watch going to go out. Does target the dog there. The Hornets, though, 252 HP on a rank 1, 210 on a rank 0. And unfortunately, the Animancer does spawn, but they don't spawn with enough energy to cast that Dark Prophecy immediately. So you can see Grimmy there trying to get the Animancer over to that power bank as quickly as possible. I mean, the Hornet numbers
pop out.
It's so
At
close,
this point,
but
though, it just feels like Smile's done enough damage where I don't know. Even if Grimmy does hold on here, it's going to be really tough for him to pull back in this game. Look at the supply, man.
The supply does not lie. GG gets called by Grimmy there. And honestly, a very, very strong-looking game, I feel, versus Vanguard there. But I feel like that fight in the center of the map, there was one Dark Prophecy that he hit to the side that I don't actually think hit into any of the dogs. Most of them were to the north. And those dogs just getting such a 6 around. I believe they had the Pounce upgrade. I should have double-checked that, actually. Which gives them that like temporary speed boost, which just slams them in there. I almost wonder if getting a few Kree there would have been maybe enough to hold back the dogs just for enough time to get enough damage from that Dark Prophecy in there. But such a sick-looking game from Celestial there. Smile obviously doing a great job of kind of pushing that advantage, pushing that dog meta to its limits. And man, I mean, he made so many. Those blast nodes, though.
The blast nodes were very, very good, especially with the units that had already been hit with the AoE. I want to call it Storm also.
Yeah. It's hard to not. It looks like Storm. It looks like Storm.
It just feels like Storm.
It feels like Storm.
Yeah, I think it was really interesting to see those two playstyles go up against each other, and it's hard to tell if one is a response to the other. I assume these guys have hit each other on the ladder a few times.
Oh, for sure.
So I don't know if there's like okay, he usually goes this. I'm going to try to counter it. But I think you're right. I wonder if some of those Kree mixed in there could have been really nice just to try to tank against the dogs a little bit longer. Because the dogs are numerous but fairly weak on their own, right? It's just that when you have that many of them, they get real strong.
Whoa! I forgot.
Whoa.
Grimmy actually asked me this specifically, if you could change races between maps. And here we see that happening right now as I introduce in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, playing Infernals, it is Grimmy. Changing it up a bit here.
Interesting. I love it. I love it. His opponent in the upper right-hand corner, getting the scout now to confirm that this is in fact happening. It is Smile.
Okay, so obviously this meta I know a little bit better. For Vanguard, it's really still the dogs. I mean, right now, Vanguard, they just build dogs in every game. They're too strong to not build, honestly. And really, as Infernal here, you've got like a 2 to 3 camp limit before it seems like Vanguard can get up to enough dogs. So Smile has a choice. He can either keep running these dogs in. He's going to try to snipe that Hexen, and it looks like he's going to be successful. I think he's going to get it. Yeah, he might. Oh, it's so close. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to be able to get it. He might
does
have to
get that second skull
here.
No.
But both of the dogs that got skulled get out of there. All 3 of them escaping.
That is brutal. So that is right there, represents the volatility of the matchup. Infernal, which was the Creep Kings, I would say, for basically all of the game. Now that the Vanguard have started making dogs so frequently, it's really, really scary to creep as Infernal. So going for this double vault opener is one way that you can try to kind of have that presence on the map still. Because unless you have a really solid number of gaunts, you're not really going to be looking to make them until a good bit later. Brutes deal a lot of damage. They're pretty tanky against them. And they don't suffer from that light tag, which means even if he upgrades the dogs, they're not going to do all that well versus Brutes.
I'm interested in what we're going to see to supplement these doggos this time from Smile. I feel like he's just going to be going mass dog again.
You definitely go quite a lot of dogs. You could just stay in dogs and try to end the game there. Now, I will say if Grimmy manages to get even a couple towers down, if you have a solid defensive position, dogs do pretty badly in that situation. You need to outnumber quite a bit. So if Grimmy has oh, hold on a second. Bit of a cheeky movement over here. I'm just noticing to the left of Grimmy's natural. There's a cheeky little Bob sitting there.
Oh,
he's actually cutting his way in. Look at that little cheeky bastard.
Oh my god. Looking for the backdoor action here. And I mean, that could be a great use for those dogs, right? They even have the speed boost right now. So speedy, and they're going to find a couple of brutes left on their own.
Yeah.
And just be able to take them down very quickly here.
So Grimmy is going to try to keep creeping. But again, this is sort of representative of why it's just so dangerous right now to creep. And if your opponent has some early game advantage, they take a nice fight, or maybe they kill your first Hexen relatively quickly. It's just so dangerous to be out on the map. And yeah, he is going to be staying into the dogs, into the scouts. As you can see, he's starting to go Beryllium Claws here. I think Smile just waiting for that upgrade to finish before he starts to run in. It is done now, so I expect to see these dogs diving into the main. And you're going to see how quickly imps die here. Yep.
Oh, there's a couple of meat farms just going to try to block for a little bit. Of brute pops out, hoping he can hold on. At the same time, it does look like Grimmy is going to try to go into Smile's base since his brutes are already over there.
Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't have time to get back on his side of the map here, so he's going to have to make do with what he has. And doing a pretty good job. The AI for the dogs actually kind of freaking out here, trying to get through that corner. Grimmy doing a great job here.
They are. They all have so much veterancy right now. Smile hitting them all with the extra veterancy. And those dogs are just so powerful. At the same time, it looks like the Bobs got the full surround. The brutes on the other side of the map went down.
They did, but that maybe gave enough time here for Grimmy to get back with his own brutes. 4 of them now back at home. And his imps, he did lose a good amount of them, don't get me wrong. But the imps have made it safely to the Luminite mine over here. Smile's actually going to have to retreat off of this.
Yeah, and I mean, he is still on one base at the moment. Like we said, he can build that second base very quickly.
Oh, I'm actually kind of shocked here. Grimmy is in a pressure the situation with brutes. He feels confident. I mean, he does have most of the map. 2 health camps, 2 speed camps.
He's on 4 iron vaults as well, so he's got a lot of brute production at the moment.
Color me impressed, because I thought that was the end of the game.
It really looked like it. I think you're right, though. Like, the brutes on the other side of the map, giving Grimmy the ability to, so the reinforcements can come over, right? And the Bobs had to deal with them as well. And then dealing with the dogs nicely back at home, but it looks like Smile's going to run into Grimmy as he's trying to take this camp. That becomes very awkward for Grimmy.
Just managed to get one of those level 3 dogs, though, so it's not nothing. But really, right now, I think all Grimmy is trying to do, it's not necessarily trying to hold these camps. He just wants to try and kill them, get those initial resources, and then if he loses them later. Right now, this is not the time where Infernal has map control. They just can't really... They can't really hold the map versus Vanguard once this many dogs hit the field. His opportunity is going to be, I mean, potentially soon, as Smile is now starting to transition into Exos, still on one base.
Yeah, he's got two more barracks going down here, which I feel like, I don't know, can you support 4 barracks of Exos on one base? It feels like you can't.
Well, so I have some news for you. Yes, you can.
I guess if you hold all the camps.
Well, it's not even holding the camps. It's when they respawn. So they're going to respawn soon. I mean, yes, if you hold both Luminite camps, that's quite a lot of income there. But Grimmy, he's no chump. He's going to be running these fiends around. You can see he's already starting to capture the left side again. Even if he doesn't hold it for very long, forces Smile to go over here. He can't go to the right side. He can't creep that Luminite camp or that Vision camp as easily. He needs to make sure that he owns this camp.
And Grimmy's just going to dive in.
Look at this.
He's got 5 brutes going into the base.
Where did those guys sneak in from?
Yeah, they just walk right across the map. There are Bobs and Exos here. He's going to go ahead and drop the effigy to help these guys out, give them a little extra hit points. It does look like the Exos already have their little boost ability.
They do. The quick draw hustle.
There you go.
Not much going to be done here, but I mean, a cheeky little engage, and he is going to find some dog damage, though. Smile, though, you know, very good at micro himself, so don't expect him to actually lose too many of these. But again, he gets another level 3 dog there, and that's not nothing. It's very scary, I will say, for Vanguard to push into Infernal with only Dog Exo. Like, Dog is not tanky. Dog does a lot of damage, but Dog is no Lancer when it comes to tanking. So, you know, 2 Shroud Stones being down here, you throw down a couple of meat farms, and suddenly this looks a little bit more concerning. Just now starting to go on Therium for Grimmy. This is like the first Therium he's mined this entire game. No tier 2. I am a little bit worried about how is he going to transition out of this. Smile is already working on that transition. And the problem here is that the camps are going to respawn now. And I almost wonder, Smile potentially looking to push in here with Dog Exo. This might be a bit of an anti-timing. And the reason why I say that, beautiful shield though from Smile, tanking both towers with that one dog.
Oh, that's actually so good. This dog tanking so much damage. The Exo's going to try to gun it down. They do. They're going to take that one down and the one that was building. And Grimmy was getting set up for a defense here, but Smile just diving in at the right moment. And yeah, you called it on that shield. It was so good. And Grimmy is forced to tap out. Smile takes the 2-0.
Smile does indeed take the 2-0. And that really is where it's right now versus a Vanguard that is up to par and knows what they're doing. It's tough for Infernal because you lose that map control. I was starting to say, I wonder if this isn't maybe a little bit of a mistake because the camps are starting to respawn. Smile could just go around, take all of that money, but I think he wanted to end the game because if Infernal does get a little bit of a foothold, they start to get miasma, if they can actually get their Plague Axe gaunts going, then it can start to get a little bit scary for them. And they need to start looking to maybe start making helicarriers at that point, and that's where the game gets dicey and Infernal starts to get favored again. So it's kind of an interesting, I would say, turned the matchup on its head, where before Infernal had a really solid and strong early game. In this latest patch, now we kind of see the opposite, where Infernal are a little bit unfavored in the early game, unless you just get a really sick engagement. And now the late game, they're doing much better if they can get there. The problem is getting there, though.
Yeah, and I think you're right that Smile could have played it safe, taken the camps. Then he does risk, like, what if Grimmy is already teching? And suddenly when he does try to take that fight, sure, he's gotten all that money, but now he's up against a stronger army. I think he just wanted to end it if he could.
Thank you to Rusty Shacky for donating $16.75. We're up to a cool $320.
Beautiful.
Big thank you as we head now into the second series. Whoa. In the bottom left-hand corner, representing Team Aftermath. Yay, go Team Aftermath. It is the reigning Grand Clucker, Snockstar.
See if he can do the repeat here in 2Goblin, 2Cluckfest. His opponent in the upper right-hand corner going to try to put a stop to him real early here in the round of 16. It is Smile, also known as Hi, I'm a Dog Dwagon.
Also known as Fuego.
Also known as Fuego.
Oh, Mother Clucker. Okay, yeah, that is a better one for sure.
Mother Clucker.
Okay, so Snockstar here being a bit of a Mother Clucker himself.
Ooh.
You can see he screwed up the health camp. And it only matters because... Oh, yeah, and here you go. He is making a Lancer here. And so if you... I don't know if you know this, but if the health camp is just normal, the way it's, like, you know, in that little triangle, one Lancer can kill it because it can hit 4 of the slimes at once.
Oh,
but now that he's attacked it and it's messed up the positioning, he actually can't do that anymore.
That's so petty.
Oh, yeah.
And I absolutely love it.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good to do. So now, yeah, he has to wait for... I think he can do this with 2 dogs and a Lancer. I don't think he has to wait that long. But Smile looks like he might be trying to drag some speed camp units back. Okay, we didn't actually... This might have to be something we ban in the future, just to let you know.
The, like, dragging speed
Yeah,
camp.
because you can drag it. He can literally drag it all the way back to his base. Yeah.
That's some fancy micro.
It is, but I think most tournaments are banning that. And I won't lie, I forgot to do that.
Okay.
I forgot to do that. So we should definitely do that. Yeah.
That's a good call. Does look like Snoxstar is going to go ahead and just kill the other one.
He didn't do it correctly, though, so they're going to go back.
You know, I mean,
he's not
kind of
like,
love.
Yeah.
It's like skill based, you know?
It is. But it is seen as a little... Yeah, I don't know. Some places are banning it, like I said. Yeah, it is an exploit. It's not intended. I don't know. So, but he does manage to get Snoxstar to not take that camp. And now he has to go to the north here, where there are quite a lot of big doggos.
Yeah, a bit of a skirmish going down. Effigy gets dropped. Some Shroud coming in here.
I will say I love the use of a much earlier Effigy from Infernals because Nightfall Infestation did get taken away until Tier 2. You really don't have much else to spend it on. I mean, you could wait for 40 energy and then go ahead and, do the Hellfire Resurgence here. But already, Snoxstar expanding is down. He's already gone 6 workers on Ethereum. Conclave
and he's got
is
a
up.
Conclave Ritual Chamber starting right now as well.
And he's walling off. Like, this is a full wall off. You actually...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's big antsy dog right now.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what
He's
feeling.
like, listen, I'm not going to die to no friggin' dogs. Now, Smile, on the other hand, going for the dog upgrade.
Yeah.
Now, I
He
have
does have his base done, though, so...
He is expanded, so now he's, I think he realizes, and I'm sure he's probably played Snoxstar as well, and is a bit familiar with, with his playstyle. He probably knows that he likes to do this wall off, so feels much more comfortable going for that expansion. But I will say, overall, Snoxstar, I think, getting the creep advantage here. Even though he didn't get the full speed camp, he did get most of them. And he got the entire speed camp to the north there. So actually, Smile really only get 2.5 camps, whereas Snoxstar got a lot more, and the Ethereum camp as well in the top of the map for him. I don't know why words are so hard for me right now. What is going on?
Well, I don't know. It's a good thing that being a streamer and right now a commentator, you don't really need them.
You don't really need to talk all that much.
Yeah. So it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, starting to spread a bit of Shroud around here, going for Plague Axes to the surprise of nobody. Greater Shrine already done in the main, and we do have Quick Draw Hustle on the way and already transitioning to Exos here. It's been interesting to see a lack of Lancer play from Vanguards, just favoring dogs overall. It does make their damage output for their army much higher, but it reduces that tankiness time.
Yeah, I think just having the big group of dogs early game is so advantageous that even if later on it's not quite as good for your army, it's just going to be much better here. We do already have a Magmadon out though, and those dogs got to be a bit scared of that.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about, going for a really fast Magmadon like this. I mean, this is considered obviously pretty quick. It's one of the first units he made after getting it to tier 2 there. He made it before going for Reaper's Rush even. So that's, I mean, obviously he could afford it since he was able to get that Therium camp at the top. I think that really played into his hand really well. Being able to afford both without having to delay that Reaper's Rush by much at all, if at all. And now he's actually going to be going for an attack here. Shield up on the dog there. All the Gaunts focus firing into that one. Does take down the effigy, so no regeneration, but it's looking a little bit scary here for Smile. He just calls GG. Straight away.
Yeah, that was a dicey position. No defense is set up back at home for Smile, and Snoxstar just diving in with a really nice timing there. not enough on the field for Smile to contest with that.
We're going into game 2 of Snockstar versus Smile here. Going to Secluded Grove. He's up 1-0 currently. But it's still anybody's series. In the bottom left-hand corner, representing Team Aftermath, it is the reigning Mother Clucker, Snockstar.
And his opponent, the challenger, looking to knock him off the, knock the crown off his head here. But down 0-1. It is Smile. Fuego.
Tatakae. Every time I go to Smile's stream, a long time, this is old lore now. Okay. Long time ago, he came into my stream one day, and he linked, you have no idea what this is, and I'm sure most people don't, but it's the Red Baron opening, Tatakae, and it's so hype. It's such a hype opening song. Now, every time I go to his stream, I link it, and I say, you have to play this right now. And he does every time. And it's great. It's
incredible.
Glorious. It's so good. Little inside information there. Once again, going for that Hexen, though, across the map. You're going to just mess up that health camp straight away so that that single Lancer can't take it. But no Lancers coming out on the side of Smile now. He's just going for a lot of dogs. And look at this sneaky play here.
Ooh, that's sneaky.
Actually, don't think... Oh, this is devious. Wait. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
manages
he's gonna get the Hexen.
Oh,
the Hexen slips
he's
away.
slippy. He's a slippy boy.
Ah!
He's running. He's running. I think he's just accepted his fate. Oh, but the dogs are getting such a weird AI bug out. He does lose that Hexen, man. That was actually... Okay, that was sick. That was sick. Gotta give it to Smile on that one. That was a devious play. Hiding 3 to 4 dogs in the trees there just to try to snipe. And the Hexen walks by perfectly alone.
It thought it was fine, but there were dogs in the trees.
There were dogs in the trees.
Losing that Hexen is always so unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, that really does bring down that early game creeping quite significantly. That there goes all of your Fiend spawning. You can still, I mean, honestly, you can still creep pretty well, even without it. The Hexen doesn't deal a ton of damage, but not having the Fiend snowball it's unfortunate. It's very sad for Infernals. Biokinetics Lab and another barracks going up for Smile in the top right corner. Is he going to go once again for the Beryllium Claws? That's the question.
I mean, he skipped the Lancer this game. He didn't go for the early Lancer. He wanted to get those cheeky dogs out across the map. But he's got a lot of dogs here, so it might make sense for him to go for it.
Oh my god, okay.
He certainly is.
I don't know if you saw that. That was so bad for Smile, though.
What happened?
He was doing the vision camp, and he lost his Veteran 3 dog. The Veteran 3 dog.
The Veteran 3?
A war hero.
Jeez.
A sergeant dog to just some random fuck-ass shadow demon thing.
Oh my god. Smile treating his veterans even worse than this country does. It's crazy.
God. It is sad times.
Painful.
It is. Truly. Truly it is painful. But a lot of dogs still here for Smile. Now running across the map. This wall not quite done. Ooh, but lots of brutes coming out. Very quick on the pullback for those imps there. Trying to find the angle in. And these brutes doing a great job, though. Forcing these dogs away.
Like Snockstar's going to go for the counterattack. He's got some fiends out on the map, and he's going to try to just hold back at home. Oh, that's a big cannon. Yeah,
that's a big old
be able to sneak
cannon
in here. This is going to be kind of annoying.
Oh, yeah, here they go. I didn't even see that. We got attacks happening on all sides of the map. Dropping that super tower there. Pretty nice. You can see he actually carved out a nice little niche for it. He was obviously planning on dropping that ASAP anyways. Yeah, the Fiends, you know, again, this is just like... I don't really find much damage. I feel like harassing Vanguard is just not really a thing. Because at worst, the Bobs, they just overcharge, and it's like, okay, well...
Now I'm gonna get
I
zero
guess
damage.
I guess I got you to spend energy. I guess that's something.
Yeah. I think it's a part of it was just trying to get the dogs back home so they couldn't just posture outside the base the whole time.
Yeah, I guess, that's true, actually. Grimmy's saying he probably wanted to attack the natural, but it's not there. So he's like, all right, well, let's go into the main.
That's also a good point. Smile's still on one base. We've seen him be very one base focused today, and to be fair, he did lose the game where he expanded quickly, so...
I will say, taking notes on these wall-offs, man.
Yeah, dude, these wall-offs are so sick. I mean, we're
not
just
getting
talking about how dog meta this is, and Grimmy was going 4 Iron Vaults to try to contest with the dogs and just get a bunch of brutes out, and Snockstar is just like chilling on a ton of gaunts because he can hold because he's got the walls. He's got the backup wall. It's so sick.
It is so sick, actually. Looks like he feels confident now to push out, though. I think Smile, once again, going to try to go for a bit of an attack here with these Exos. I mean, you said it before, he's got to either expand or go win the game, and he needs to do one of the two pretty soon. Snockstar looking to try to get a third down, and I think this might be Smile's opportunity to go. He has a dog nearby. He sees, obviously, the imp. He almost was able to kill it, even. So I'm curious what Smile does here. I feel like
he's got a lot of dogs out on the map. He has lost a few singular dogs, and while that's usually not like a huge deal, when you're going for what is ostensibly a one base all in, it's kind of a big deal losing 2 or 3 dogs.
Yeah, that veteran 3 dog from the early game. Mark my words, man.
That's pretty huge.
It's a big dude. It's a big guy.
Oh man, this army
so
from
much
Snockstar
here.
though.
Yeah,
it just looks so good.
It is good. Like for what he has to deal with, there's no Lancers. I mean, he's chilling. He's kind of chilling.
Yep, he's even got Shroud covering this section, so they are all full of that white health, and Smile's going to dive in, but this just feels like a lost cause as these dogs are going to die so quickly, and all of a sudden there's 40 fiends on the map.
Yeah.
And the Exos, they can kite this for a while, but it's not
here
like
come the
Smile
fiends.
has a base to go back for. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Fiend's going to come and try to get us around on a couple of these Exos. Can they get the whole group?
Reaper's Rush is almost finished up here. So, I mean, pretty soon, these gaunts are going to start moving super speed. And here they go. Yep, now they're way faster.
Oh, my God.
So you can just run them in.
Yeah, trying to split. Smile doing the most micro he can possibly do, but it's just not going to be enough. And GG gets called. Snockstar takes the 2-0 victory.
Yeah, really, really solid games there. Those wall-offs, man, are actually so cool. I didn't think Infernal was going to be the wall-off race, but
I really like it.
I love it. I think it's actually so sick.
Yeah.
It plays perfectly against the dog meta right now. Like,
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
actually so good. And we are going into, I would say, maybe a slightly rare Pepe of a game.
A little CVC action.
Little CVC action.
Honestly, it's the only mirror matchup that doesn't feel like weird to say. For
CVC,
some reason, IVI
it's because it
feels
ends,
weird to me.
It's because it ends in the E. So you get
yeah.
PvP, TVT,
True.
ZVZ, right? CVC, VVV, IVI. It's no good. I tried to popularize Fern versus Fern.
Yeah.
Or Inf v Inf, but it still doesn't work. So it's a crapshoot no matter what you're doing here. Well, let's go ahead and introduce our players here. Both going actually for it looks like a relatively similar opening, but in the bottom left-hand corner, representing Team Aftermath, it is Parting.
Yeah, they're just killing those health camps. His one in the upper right-hand corner is Don Ilya. Good old Donnie Vermilia.
Donnie Vermilia the Ilya.
Well, Parting seems to be staying home. Don Ilya moving out here. Power Bank getting put out a little bit more aggressively. Creation Chamber going down right next to the Vision Camp.
Mm-hmm. Both players, though, I mean, besides the location of the structures, extremely similar openings, basically to the T. One creep remains, one slime on both sides. Now, Parting, though, going and opting for the Creation Chamber, as you said, in the natural, and that's going to mean that his Argent can actually kill this remaining slime here, while his Arc Ship starts to take down the Vision Camp. And it looks like Don Ilya going to go for his Argents killing the Vision Camp instead and leaving that last slime alive. So I think actually Parting here going to have a little bit of a higher economic boost. But just by a bit. I mean, just a touch.
Interesting difference here. And I would have thought with the Argents hitting that Vision Tower sooner for Don Ilya, it would have cleared it sooner, but it clears at pretty much the exact same time. So Parting with maybe a slightly more optimized opening.
Yeah, but keep in mind, again, Parting, that extra 30 gold. Or Luminite, I should say. So far, the only difference.
That's true. I forgot about the slime. I was like,
the
what do you
slime.
mean 30
Don't
Luminite?
forget the slime.
It's the one slime.
And 0.5 HP a second globally.
So, that's true.
Hey, now.
True.
That's not nothing.
I got a little poking here. Parting trying to see what's going on. He's going to see those very forward buildings from Don Ilya. And, well, Don Ilya can push him back for now. That could also be a target for later on, those forward creation chambers, which Parting also has.
Parting has
one of his very far forward. But he's going for a Guardian Nexus very quickly here.
Okay, so going into the Kree. Now, I actually don't really know. So, again, CVC, I think, is the matchup I know the least about. Just because it seems wild if people don't make just Argents. If you make just Argents, I can understand it. But it's when any other unit hits the field that I go, oh, I actually have no clue what is happening here. Don Ilya, though, maybe a little too far forward. These Argents might be able to catch up to them. And see, this is what's so weird to me, and I don't know why this happens. But Argents, you can actually catch them. So you can see their Parting was able to get multiple shots off even after he attacked the first time. Even though Argents are the same speed, and I don't actually get why that is.
I also don't understand it.
I've seen it happen so often, though, and you should basically be able to get like one hit off while you're moving, and then that should be it. You shouldn't be able to catch unless they make some like dramatic turn or something like that. So I am very confused at that.
I feel like it probably is a slight pathing thing where one's at like a little bit of an angle and then it has to slightly change directions or something.
Yeah, I guess
weird.
It must be.
Like going around one of the little water features must have just caused it to go a little bit slower.
Yeah, I'm probably just reading into it too much.
It is,
and I was wrong.
It's something I've noticed in StarCraft too, so it's just a weird thing sometimes.
It's he's not actually going for Kree. I think the Guardian Nexus, so he got the Argent upgrade. So he got Photo Restoration, increased movement speed, which he didn't have before, and then the increased energy regeneration while outside of combat. On the other side here, for Don Ilya, no Guardian Nexus down. So no upgrade there. So right now, Parting's Argents, significantly better.
Yeah, and Parting has taken both of the Luminite towers.
Yeah,
on,
this is
the sides of the map. Don Ilya hasn't done any other creeping. In fact, the one slime is still alive.
The 30 slime diff, dude. I told you at the beginning of the game.
That's what this is.
The 30 gold diff. And right now you can see Parting 64 supply, 66 to 51. No upgrade on Don Ilya's side. I think he's just was expecting a big attack here from Parting, and that has not come. Parting opting to go, I'm just going to tech up. I'm going to go for...
Animant was out. He's got the upgrade cooking.
Holy shit, he's mining Therium. I did not even realize that. Whoa!
I didn't know Parting knew how to do that.
I didn't either. He's also staying very active with this scanner. He's got a scanner go around, I think, and check all of the Luminite mines, and he's now going to be taking the Therium camp in the upper left-hand corner there. So that's just, again, increasing his lead. Parting on tier 2 Don Ilya on tier 2 as well and starting to get Therium now, but only just now. A Starforge going down, so we could see some vectors. We could see whatever else it makes other than vectors. Definitely, I shouldn't have continued that sentence like I was going to say more things.
Losing that scanner as well, and these Argents going to be able to come up here and try to grab this collection array.
Yeah, easily done. But remember,
grab here from Don Ilya though. Parting does need to run away.
Yeah, but his Argents are 13% movement speed faster, so absolutely no problem for Parting to just get out of that situation. Oh, the Scythe, that's right. Okay, Scythe, Starforge, you can make Scythes, and Scythes are quite good. They're the Hornets of the Celestial. They can go around and they pop prisms pretty well, and they pop collection arrays really well too. They're actually very good units. They're just, again, they're kind of hard to get to. But Parting's army
is just
looking...
not Argents is what they are.
Dude, he is up 50 supply. I mean, this is nuts. He is so far ahead right now. And he's got... Is the Animancer double training done? Or is it finishing up?
I believe it is done. Parting's going to go for an attack here and try to poke in.
Yep, he drops the light on the ground, which is... super high energy regeneration there. Very good to drop that.
Crucial for those Argents.
Yeah, it's great for the Argents. It's also great for, oh my gosh, the Animancers too.
Oh my god, those Argents.
The damage
struggling. That Creation Chamber goes down, and it just feels like Parting is running away with this right now.
Yeah.
As Don Ilya has to leave this position, but this is like half his production.
Yeah, and more importantly, I mean, yeah, okay, losing 2 Creation Chambers, that's bad, but look at how many power banks Don Ilya is going to be losing here. And that just means his production is going to be so low. Meanwhile, though, a couple of Sabers coming out, but I feel like it might be a little too late. I mean, maybe if he can get some sick shots off.
He killed the last slime. Things might be coming back for Don Ilya.
The difference has been nullified. I mean, if these Sabers can get some sick shots... Ooh, the problem with the Saber, though, you really need to micro them more than anything else, and these Argents are just getting absolutely torn up.
Oh my god.
By the Dark Prophecy.
Yeah, it's like, the Dark Prophecy is so good.
Yeah, that's gonna be that. All right, man. Woo.
Well, here we go. Parting, it turns out, is pretty good at this game.
Pretty good at playing Celestials. Very crisp looking timing, and I think the opener again just a little bit better there for Parting, a little bit more efficient. GG does get called. I will say, surprised that I've not seen Parting just spam vectors every single game he possibly can. Not because they're necessarily overpowered, because, I mean, he just loves Blink Stalkers so much, and I love watching him use Blink Stalkers.
That's true.
So, but we are here now in game number 2 of Parting versus Don Ilya in the bottom left-hand corner of Titan's Causeway. He's up 1-0. It is Team Aftermath Parting. He's clearing some trees his opponent here.
In the upper right-hand corner, who also might clear trees. Are we going to see it? It is Don Ilya. No, Don Ilya does not care about the trees.
No tree clearing there.
Why tree clearing, do we think?
I mean, it's obviously it has to be so that he can put a building up. Like, there'd be actually no other reason to do that.
A lot of sense. Yeah.
What building is going to go there? I could not tell you.
Maybe he's just doing it for fun. Maybe he's just like spam clicking at the start of the game.
He's waiting, to put down the collection array. It does cost 400 for the collection array. It ain't cheap.
It's an expensive array.
Okay, and once again, very similar builds between these two players, but Parting up 1 slime so far.
Oh my god.
The slime difference.
The slime advantage, dude.
The slime difference, I tell you.
Yeah, you know what it is? He killed those trees.
Yeah, he killed the trees, man. Somehow, it just bugs out the slime's AI in such a way that you get a little bit more damage and you're able to kill that second slime.
Or was that the Morph Core killed one before it put down the
He did exactly
chamber?
that. He did exactly that.
It could be either one. It could be either one.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's
Yeah.
Parting gonna have that slight advantage early on.
30 lumen. I mean, it's so
Hey,
so
it's
infinitesimal. It literally does not matter. But I love to continue the theory that it does.
now, I'm just gonna keep going with
30
it.
luminite difference. Oh my god.
You can do a lot with 30 luminite. Okay, for parting, that's
You
that's
can't
a whole
do
world.
anything with 30 luminite. You can't build a single thing.
No, but you can build part of one thing. So, you know.
Okay,
think
now
about that.
this is truly actually the biggest difference between their builds. Once again, Parting gonna go for an earlier Guardian Nexus, so he's gonna get his Argent upgrade, I would assume, quite a bit faster, and not going for a Collection Array. Meanwhile, Don Ilya, Collection Array at the double Luminite spot. Does he go for a fourth one? I mean, that would be...
Is he? That would be kind of insane.
That would
I
be
feel like.
crazy, right?
I feel like
no
the
way.
Arc ship is coming out here to help support because there's a little potential skirmish happening here at the speed camp.
Yeah. Don Ilya... I mean, it could have also just been because the Morph Core comes from the Arc ship. You know, the Morph Core is not super fast, so if you can travel a little bit of distance already... Meanwhile, though, Parting gonna jump in here as quickly as he can. He does have that speed camp bonus on these, so he can just leave.
Yeah, nice
Not
use
a
of that
huge
speed
deal.
camp. Trying to get a kill there, but Don Ilya, some good micro, pulls back the targeted Argent. He's got a nice power bank putting down here, so he can hold the position for right now.
Yeah. Being told this looks like a 3 collection array all in. One thing I did not check is the prism count, and it's actually, yeah.
Oh my god.
Parting has
Yep,
quite
okay.
a lot more prisms.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that is the biggest difference here. What that exactly means, I don't know the numbers 100%, so I don't actually know who's up in Luminite. I have to imagine Don Ilya is, simply because he has a 3rd collection array there. And I don't imagine 2 prisms make up for
Parting.
that.
Yeah, Parting's up 2 prisms. I think you might be right on that.
Hmm.
Oh, looks like
He's gonna
Don
go
Ilya's
ahead and
gonna
back
try
it
to
up.
push in here.
Ooh, and he might be getting a really solid timing because the photo
Oh my God.
restoration is not actually finished up yet. The Argents do clash, but solid micro here from Don Ilya. Once again, using that speed camp bonus. But the upgrade now finishes. Parting might be able to pursue. No, he is not.
Yeah, just gonna pull back. Happy
Okay.
with the defense. He's got his upgrade done. Don Ilya, still no prisms coming out or anything. This is feeling more and more committed by the second.
Yeah, I mean, and now certainly Parting is ahead on economy. 4 prisms at the natural. He's got another prism over at, again, that Luminite, double Luminite low ground expansion. So even though he doesn't have the collection arrays, those prisms, kind of a big deal here. But Don Ilya.
Yeah, he's gonna
Moving
jump in on
in.
top of this again. The speed camp bonus really
Yes.
helping him out. Parting caught a little bit out there, trying to pull back, but the concave is so good for Don Ilya. Can he actually bust through this?
The Sovereign's Watch, though, is getting a lot of damage
Yeah.
done here. And that little bit of energy regeneration from those power banks for Parting, I almost wonder for Don Ilya here if this is maybe a little too aggressive. I mean, is he trading decently? I think he is, but the defender's advantage here, clearly very strong for Parting. And Don Ilya is so far away from his power banks.
Yeah, he's got to
he-
pull all the way back home to
In mind, though,
get regen.
I will say the supply does look favored for Parting, but Don Ilya has no prisms other than the one he started with, which I actually have no idea where it went. I am not
It's
sure.
it's mining Therium at his forward position right
okay.
now.
So the supply is a little bit inflated by the workers here for Parting. So you can see Don Ilya with a huge amount of Argents here.
Yeah, he's gonna dive in. Does take down one of the link nodes, it looks like, and Parting feels like he's starting to lose some of these Argents, but the supply is still so
Sovereign's
heavily
Watch,
in his
though.
favor. Yeah, the Sovereign's Watch here going to be really crucial. And again, all that energy regen, Parting on the defense. I think it's just going to be too much, and the longer this goes on, it feels like the worse it's going to get for Don Ilya.
Even
There's
was
a
able to
Seraphim out.
sneak in a Seraphim. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like, where the heck did that guy come from? I thought it was Argent's Until Dawn, but nope. Seraphim it is. Apparently he's been watching too many Grimmy streams. He's clearly infected his brain with making Seraphims.
Oh, that's so sad. We hate to see Parting go down that
Hate
road.
to see it. Yeah, hate to see it. All right, Parting now going to start to be aggressive himself, take the speed camp back, which is basically the only way that Don Ilya has been able to take these fights so quickly.
Ooh, and speaking of fights here, Don Ilya going to try to come down and engage, but with the speed camp and that upgrade, which I do not think Don Ilya has.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, Parting's going to be able to take a much better fight there out in the open, and now
Well,
Don
did
Ilya
lose the
down
Seraphim, though.
25 supply. I don't know. I feel like the Argents are really the key.
I mean, they are, for sure, but he keeps making Seraphim, so they must eventually do something.
He's just trying to bait Don Ilya into focusing him down. He doesn't.
Now, one thing I will say, and I think I just completely missed this, and maybe maybe that first Seraphim did this. Parting has taken the Luminite Tower in the center of the map. And I think, I know I missed it. I missed it.
Yep.
He certainly, he took it with the tier 2 top bar ability, 100%.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think you're right. The Seraphim could have gone and taken that.
Yeah.
That might have been part of the reason to get those. I mean, he's still got a couple more here, so.
But Parting has he's picked up prison production again. That lead in economy, which was already looking so commanding, now with the Luminite Tower, now he's already making more prisms. Don Ilya still just on the 3 collection array here. So it doesn't look like he has a way to get out of this. And Parting actually capturing the Therium Tower from behind Don Ilya. I think he took it with the scanner. Okay, that's what he did.
That's pretty sick, actually. Fully surrounding him with the towers, and Parting going to dive in on top of this. He just wants to try to take this fight. Yeah. And I think even if Don Ilya holds, Parting's production is going to so outpace him that trading evenly here would be good for Parting. But he's not going to trade evenly, is he? He is going to dominate this fight.
Yeah, just enough to get in there, drop down those light beacons. Again, apologies, I do not remember the name of the top bar abilities. GG does get called for Don Ilya, and Parting will take the series 2-0 in flawless style. Varying up those builds. We saw, early Parting in Stormgate was Argent man. He was an Argent enthusiast. The memes were everywhere about him not knowing how to mine Therium. And now we've seen both games from him. Going on to Therium relatively quickly, even if it's just for those upgrades. I mean, already expanding that play. So it's been very, very fun to watch him.
It's like when Alpha Star learned how to do more than just like make Blink Stalkers.
It didn't. I mean, for a long time, it didn't need to do anything other than make Blink Stalkers.
It really didn't.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and introduce our players here in the top left-hand corner of Lost Hope. It is the previous Mother Clucker presenting Team Aftermath. It is Snockstar.
Yes, and his opponent in the lower left-hand corner, our Vanguard player. It is Percival. Goes by many names, but I'm going to stick with Percival.
He goes by Elks Miosotis.
Yeah. And also these 2 Korean characters.
I'm pretty sure that translates to Miosotis, but I will translate it right now. Korean to English. No, it doesn't. I remember this was something crazy.
Yeah.
Sulfate of soda. That's right.
That was sick. That's way cooler.
Fucking honestly. Way cooler. Fucking beautiful.
But also Percival.
But also Percival, which probably many of you know him by.
At least for the last tournament, was the highest rated Vanguard player that we had in the tournament. So, well, just on the ladder. So, going to be a very good match here between these two.
Ooh, this is an interesting maneuver here. Now, okay. I'm just inspecting here.
Yes.
Snockstar actually going for the top right health camp first.
Oh.
And I think, this is actually kind of genius because Percival is going to take his dogs to, well, he could have taken them to Snockstar's health camp. And, you know, sometimes you see the dogs try to get in there and snipe one of the slimes. You're pretty, look at this. This is, okay, this is so cool. I was just talking about this.
He's gonna leave it?
He's going to leave it so that he doesn't know that he's taken it and doesn't know where his army's located.
I mean, it's also a really good 4-player map strategy, right? Because these dogs are unlikely to check every single camp on a base on a map this big. So it's going to be a lot easier for Snockstar to get away with this.
His brain is
he's
so
just
big.
And he could just send one fiend over to take both of these. Ooh, but hold on. The dogs are diving in. They are all getting veterancy. Triple veterancy on 4 of these dogs, and suddenly these brutes are in a little bit of trouble. He's going to hit the slimes to try to help him out.
Not going to work, though. Snockstar being a bit greedy, I would say, with his creeping here. And now Percival on top of the expansion. He's actually going to leave it, though. Might just be wanting to favor going for the brutes here. Snockstar happily creeping. He did capture that health camp, though, so I don't know if that was actually intentional or if he just couldn't get his units out of there in time.
Yeah, he did leave the fiends back there to finish that off, and now seeing that, Percival might just leave these dogs here to keep working on that shrine. Well, it does finish up, and it looks like he's going to have to back off for now.
So I believe that, again, I think this works similarly to how it does in StarCraft 2, that constructing buildings don't have any armor, but then once they're finished, they get all the armor there. So that 15 armor surge, actually pretty significant here, and the fiends now running in.
Yeah, this is a really nice defense from Percival, though. Healing up the dog, veterancy on that dog, and that's going to allow the other ones to get back. And these fiends are just going to get taken out and chased off.
So Snockstar does need to do something here. He's got tier 2. He's got the ritual chamber. We actually see he's rushing. Sorry, he doesn't have it yet, but he's rushing the greater shrine. And this is something I've seen Infernals try to do to hold this, like, that scary potential dog rush or dog exo build. Is get a fast tier 2 just so that you can get the Super Shroud Stone. You can see he's banking that 50 Animus. He's not using that Resurgence. He wants to hang on to that, have it in his back pocket, because it deals so much DPS. Dogs do not have a lot of health. Their primary, like, you know, survival mechanic is just being super fast. But I'm pretty sure Super Tower kills a dog in 3 hits. And now we see Percival actually scouting around and seeing, I think that a lot of these camps have actually already been creeped. So Snockstar kind of pulling the rug out from under Percival here, at least when creeping's concerned. And has already taken so much of the map. He puts a Super Shroud Stone down immediately just to have it. And I think to start putting it on cooldown again. This is definitely some decision-making process for Infernals. Do you want to save it for the surprise, maybe get an extra dog, maybe an extra dog or 2 even? Or do you want to put it down straight away and start putting it back on cooldown? Because it does have a pretty long cooldown.
We do have Exos running across the map now for Percival. He seems like he's got the amount of dogs he wants. They pretty much all have some sort of veterancy, and he's going to start trying to push in here. He does see that Super Shroud Stone, though, and it looks like he's going to back off for now and just try to kite back against these brutes and fiends.
Yeah, I mean, the super part of the Shroud Stone has finished. It only lasts 30 seconds, so
Ooh.
It is just now a normal Shroud Stone again. Ooh, and the dogs are going to run by completely and try to cut off the reinforcements, maybe looking for a surround on these gaunts here. Infestation does come out, hits a lot of those Exos, but the numbers here are looking very scary. As Snockstar is forced to pull some imps.
Yeah, that is very not ideal here as these gaunts are trying to hold on, but the brutes are pretty much all dead, and he's just trying to micro back to that Shroud Stone now, but this effigy is going to go down as well, and Percival is really pushing in on this.
Yeah, he sees that his Exos can actually outrange the tower there, so this Shroud Stone, bit misplaced. Plague Axes are done. But there's just way too much here for Percival. I mean, he is up over 30 supply on Snockstar here. Snockstar is going to try to fight it out with the last of his gaunts there, but that's just going to be GG. And our Mother Clucker Snockstar has finally lost a map in the Goblin Cluckfest tournament series. That's the first map he's actually dropped in our series. So,
and that's a bit of a rematch from last time semifinal. So Percival getting his revenge in that one.
Yeah.
It is worth noting that Snockstar had a Magmadon pop out right at the end there.
Yep.
So I feel like he was hoping he could get that out in order to defend the dogs, but Percival just hit right at the perfect timing.
Yeah,
and that was not possible.
Even with the Magmadon there at the end, you definitely need that out right as that attack is hitting or very shortly after, because once the Exo number gets too high, I mean, it's just, that Magmadon just gets shredded. Now we're heading into game number 2. He's down a map, but our Mother Clucker is not out yet, representing Team Aftermath. It is Snockstar. Do the imps have pants on?
Oh, they do. Look at that. They got they got little they got little
shorts. They got little shorts.
They got little shorts on. You know what? It's a imp short summer right there.
Imp short summer.
His opponent in the lower left-hand corner up 1-0, looking to get to the grand finals. It is Percival. Bobs do not have pants.
No, they don't.
They got bare metal legs, shiny metal asses, if you will.
Do you think he should bite those shiny metal asses by chance?
I think that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. The dogs have shirts on. It's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, they have like a little.
They got a little
on.
harness.
Very cute.
Yeah.
We love that.
Love it.
Okay, I guess it's more of a loincloth that the imps have. Sorry, I'm still on this.
No, it's good. The t-shirt, I do want to have the most updates on the clothing accessories of the units in Stormgate.
I'm actually noticing a lot of loincloths for Infernals now. Now that I'm thinking about it, it makes sense, but yeah.
Balance patching, sure.
Yeah.
Fixing the meta, okay. Optimizing performance, I guess so. But, really texturing out and increasing the graphics on these loincloths. They are a loincloth race. I've never looked at this until now, but the Brutes also have a loincloth, and so does the Hexen.
The Hexen also has a loincloth. It's loincloths for days.
Loincloths for days. The Fiends, I feel like, would have loincloths if they had legs.
Yeah, they don't have anything below their would-be waist. Have we noticed this Iron Vault in the corner? Do you see this proxy Iron Vault?
I have not seen that. That is...
Are you familiar with this strategy? It's also the Brute is going all the way across the map. Uh-oh. It's rallied.
All right. Well, he's over here. And
this is new innovative strats. This Brute is just going to be seen.
Just walking through the vision camp. Percival is just... like, what in the world could have happened there? How did it get all the way over there? It's now going to sit at... Okay, so now he's fixed the rally, it looks like. There's a Brute now sitting nearby, and it looks like this is just going to be a triple Conclave all-in. A Hellforge is finishing the Sundering Soul Frenzy upgrade, which means that the Fiends that spawn when you manually split Brutes, so it's only when you manually split them, are going to be moving 25% faster. And in they go here. Immediately
forcing
cancels.
An immediate cancel. The dogs coming back in. They are going to get a surround on one of these Brutes, but instead they're going to try to dive for the Hexen, and they will get it. That's a really nice grab there.
It's a nice grab, but honestly, it's not the end of the world. It is extra DPS, and you do obviously get some huge value out of the skull, but the Brutes are going to be your primary damage dealers here.
Yeah, and there's some Bobs just caught out in the corner here. Effigy goes down to give the extra white hit points to these Brutes, and the dogs are going to come in. They kind of have to fight this out right now. The Bobs doing their best in the corner. I feel like this is an okay engagement for Percival so far, though.
Well, he's fighting in the health camp, and he's doing a great job holding it there. It looks like these Brutes might start to run out of their numbers relatively quickly. But as I say that, 3 more Brutes starting to pop in, and he splits all these Fiends. Again, they have that move speed increase, so these dogs are not going to be able to kite away as easily here. But Percival doing such a good job. GG gets called, and Snockstar.
Snockstar going for a cheeky build, but a great hold from Percival. Getting those quick exos out, too, helping it out. And Percival takes the 2-0 win here to go to the finals.
Percival taking the 2-0 win. Our Mother Clucker has been dethroned.
He's been clucked.
The seat is open in a twist of fate as we head into game number 1, which is going to be a CBC. Alrighty. And going into the second semi-final series here, spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Boneyard, it is representing Team 3D. It is B.
And his opponent in the lower left-hand corner. It is none other than Parting. Everybody's favorite sugar honey bear.
Yeah, I would say this map for CBC, wild.
I'm very intrigued in what we're going to see here. Parting already taking out the health camp. B doing no such thing. Oh, no.
He's working on it.
He's doing it now.
He's working on it.
He started it a little bit later. And I'm interested in the thought process here.
A little bit worried on the pathing here. Well, let's see. You know? Oh my god, dude. Once again, the slime difference. Parting getting getting one more slime.
He got it earlier.
He just gets it. Well, he attacks it with his morph core, that's why, as it's heading over to the Luminite mine. And so it's a little bit less HP. Okay, and again, Creation Chamber going down in the natural here for Parting. Looks like opening up very similarly so far to how he did in the previous series we were watching him in.
B going for a third collection array.
Okay.
Are we going to see the 3 collection array all in? Which we have learned is a build.
It is a build that you can do. Very curious. Another morph core. Gonna head back into the natural for B. What's it gonna become? A creation chamber. All right, so again, more prisms here for Parting. More collection arrays for B. And we saw this versus Don Ilya. Yeah, we saw this versus Don Ilya. Very similar setups. Not sure if this is where it's gonna, go from here. Of course, they could go any direction just because you're taking a similar looking opening. But Parting immediately now running across the map. He's actually going to maybe try and creep jack this. Look at me using Warcraft 3 terms.
Ooh, that was nice. That was good.
Creep jacking.
Creep jack. That's nice.
Called creep jacking. Yeah.
Look at him. He's doing it.
He is. Just pulling that away there so that B couldn't immediately start DPSing. He's actually going to run in.
Yeah, he's threatening to hit the Argents, which are a little bit lower hit point and lower energy as well. Okay. And he's going to get the final hit. He jacked him.
That was actually
sick. He jacked him right. Yeah.
Parting just attacking with 1 Argent there, and then bingo bango. Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, and he's going to keep this pressure on as he feels like he can push B back.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a higher Argent count, but B, obviously, again, with that defender's advantage, I think he's just trying to prevent this vision camp from being taken as long as possible. And might even be trying to deplete the energy on the power bank a little bit. Not quite sure.
Yeah, but it looks like Parting's gonna give it up. I mean, he got... It's still big advantage for Parting at the start of this game.
Now, I am very curious about this because I've only seen Parting be the one to kind of prioritize this camp early. But the energy camp is so good for Celestials because it just gives you a passive 0.25 energy regen globally for all of your units.
Yeah, that's really good for Argents.
It's super good.
And it's worth noting he's getting the Kree rollout ability right now.
Ooh,
So
okay.
Parting is thinking about mixing in some Kree later on.
He's gonna mix in some Kree. We're just
He's
saying
actually already right now. Look at them. They're there.
Yeah, they're here. They're already here.
Meanwhile, B, he's got Argents, but B has made Prisms, so he went for that earlier third collection array, but he's actually mining off of this.
Yeah, he is, and it looks like Parting on tier 2 does immediately take that Luminite camp there. Huge influx of resources, but here we go. Look, B going into the main.
Run by. And he's going to dive on top of this. The collection array pulls up and is going to try to pull back, but can it actually get out of here? I don't think so.
No way, man. Not with that many Argents attacking. The Prism will be able to escape, but that is so much of Parting's mining. The question is, are these Argents going to make it out of here? And I feel like the answer to that is going to be a solid no.
No, that's so many Kree rolling in here. Great split for B, though. He says, I don't want you to be able to kill all of these, or at least I want it to take a long time. And in the meantime, he's pushing with his other group of Argents on the front, taking out a power bank. He could take out a creation chamber here while Parting is busy chasing these units around the map. And Parting, it started looking good for him, but now there's another group of Argents helping out against the Kree on the right-hand side. Parting is going to push away the Argents on the left. Can he take a good fight here? Good enough to make up for the fact that, he lost that collection array.
Yep, so
in
he
his
is
main base.
Quite down on mining compared to B here, who not only has that third collection array for longer, but also has prisms all over the place here. And so the longer this game goes on, the better it's going to be for B. But does the Kree make the difference? That's the question for me here.
I don't know. I mean, because Parting was able to get that rollout upgrade, the Kree are not going to be terrible in this situation, as B is going to have to kite back against them. Parting's Argents are really low on energy right now, though. And unfortunately for him, in the meantime, B took the Illuminite camp that Parting had, which I feel like was a huge part of why he was able to stay in this game for a little bit against 3 collection arrays. But now without that, I just don't think he's going to have the production to deal with this.
His mining, his resources are just so handicapped compared to B right now. B with a 30 supply lead at this point. His Arc ship rather. Now down over here, starting to make some link nodes. Going to turn those into strike nodes and have a nice anchor point to fall back to. I mean, Parting's not out of this game yet. He is mining Therium. What is that going to do for him? I don't know exactly, as he's gone back into Argent production only. He will be able to insta-cap this Vision camp here, but B doing a great job just holding one Argent there, preventing it from being capped completely. And now looks like might start to try to move in here and go for the kill. Still, about double supply ahead here. Parting is going to need some kind of miracle to win this one. I just feel like the numbers are not going to be able to add up.
Yeah, it feels like B has played this really, really nicely. Getting in there, sniping the collection array, taking that early economic advantage. And now Parting, his plans did not come to fruition. He is just way down in Argents. And I don't see a way for him to get back into this game at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be some combination of this blast node. It almost is finished morphing. Now, Parting is down in energy. He is starting to take a really solid engage here at the front, as B has split off a lot of his units to go back into the main for Parting. There's only one prism there, though, and I almost wonder, is this buying Parting a little too much time? As he starts to take some really solid-looking exchanges here. Prism in the main will go down, so Parting's resources going even farther dwindling numbers. But that blast node is now done, so if Parting can play around that, I mean, the blast node does deal a very solid amount of damage.
Yeah, and Parting holds the Vision camp, so that's going to be really nice for him. He's taking a nice fight against this army that ran by to go into the main base. He's pushing it away. And at the same time, he's still holding the front against B's army. The blast node doing really well against this.
I mean, wait a minute. Is Parting actually still in this game? I mean, a couple of the Argents now moving a bit too far out here. But, I mean, this should be... It looked impossible, but now, suddenly, Parting able to chase these Argents on the top side of the map. Going to chase them all the way back home. And I just wonder if that split maneuver there that B went for kind of cost him too much just for that single prism. Of course, if there was a collection array there, maybe that would have been worth it. Okay, B going to try to pressure in here, but again, the blast node is doing so much damage.
Yeah,
And it hasn't been taken out yet. Oh my goodness. Okay, the Sovereign's Watch activated on the Arc Station as well. I mean, these Argents will get cleared out eventually, but reinforcements now from the top side as the Sovereign's Watch is getting full value here.
Yeah, Parting doing a really nice job on the defense. It does feel like B might have enough, but
I
no,
don't
not
think
quite.
so, man.
Yeah,
I mean, the
B
power banks here.
Maybe overcommitting a little bit as Parting brings everything home. He's even got those Argents that were chasing in the top. Looks like they were trying to come home.
Now, one thing to note, though, here is Parting still has not been able to expand back out. So even though B has started to take some pretty bad fights for him.
Oh, my God.
Like,
got
his production,
so much mining.
He's so rich right now. Like, he has just got money for days. Parting is going to need to do something. He's got to get more mining back online. He only has one full base of mining. Meanwhile, B, back at home, has four collection arrays with, oh no, sorry, 3 only. God, it's so, I mean, Celestial Economy is so confusing.
Yeah, he's got 3, but he has so many prisms, which is making a lot of that supply gap, actually, in B's favor. Well, I don't know about this engagement for Parting. He's going to try to
attack
jump
in.
He needs to try to break this position, but it's so difficult. B keeps reinforcing. He's got these strike nodes here to fall back to, the power banks to fall back to, and Parting, he shouldn't be able to make as many units. Somehow he is staying in this game. This is insane.
He is, but again, the longer this game goes on, the more resources B is collecting, and just the farther ahead he is going to get. Again, Parting has taken some really, really solid engagements here, but now, again, the Argent number for B steadily climbing up. He's going to have to use this blast node once again that he's remade. And I mean, if B maybe just literally walks around that, could he make this happen? I'm not sure. B is now like fully taking this position on this side of the map to try to cut off Parting's supply as hard as possible. To make it an Ascension Matrix in front of him. I mean,
is this BM?
No, this is just Celestials, man.
No, it's just Celestials. Honestly, that's fair. That is fair. Yeah, B is gonna just keep on pressuring this, and it's putting the pressure onto Parting. Parting does have another collection array that he's mining from right now. He's got more prisms, but he's still very far behind in that. B is gonna dive in here. Parting taking what feels like another good fight.
I mean, again, the concave is looking really solid. But I do just worry about the resource difference. Parting very wisely moving back here. Gonna take that camp immediately again before B is actually even able to step on it there. So once again, the vision camp superiority. Quite a big deal here.
Yeah,
and he's gonna be able to get the Ascension Matrix.
He's just gonna take it down.
What? Dude, what is happening? I don't understand this fucking
Parting
race.
is fighting out a game that he should just be fully dead.
He should have been fully dead like 4 minutes ago. So I am just like, I keep thinking like, oh yeah, this is where B just pushes in and Parting dies. But look at this, like Parting diving in, killing that Saber straight away, taking some losses, but I mean, again, he's making this work with so little.
It's really, really incredible. He's going to take out a link node and then once again just back up. He's got more power banks back here to try to keep these Argents boosted up.
This is just
the blast node is really far away now, though, so you might want to try to make a more forward one. Parting, he's really trying to push into this. He feels like, yeah, the concave seems quite good. We do have an Animancer popping out here for B. And it feels like Parting finally.
Oh, man, finally taps out. GG. Those early game expansions. Finally just rolling into too many units there for B, but man, I gotta wonder going into game number 2 if Parting plays even, I wouldn't even say equal footing, because he was down Like 50%. Look at the resources mined. This is fucking crazy. Hold on. I'm gonna go back in. Now, Parting was able to take about 2,000 creep resources, but the difference in resources mined is absolutely insane. And Parting was able to make that game, I mean, for like a few brief moments, I thought, oh my god, is Parting gonna like, I don't know, somehow win this? Like come back from this situation? Because if anybody can do it, you know it would be him.
Yeah, I mean, he had such a strong position that even with those inefficient fights, it felt impossible for Parting to get back into that. He took so many good fights. When you're down that far, B did not let it go.
Alrighty, we are gonna head into game number 2. We are heading to Last Hope as we continue this Celestials versus Celestials extravaganza. I'll go ahead and do the introductions as Chicken Man's chat gets to look at a rock, if I'm not mistaken. That's what you load in on here. But in the top left-hand corner of the map, he's up a game. And now, hoping to seal the deal, it is B.
And his opponent in the lower right-hand corner, it is none other than Parting.
Okay, so we have cross spawns here. Which means, you know, I don't imagine we'll see any super early game timings. I would love to see a Celestial versus Celestial late game. I don't even feel like I have any idea what that looks like.
I think it's 300 supply of Argents.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, 300 supply of Argents or Scythes. I mean, Scythes I feel like are actually super good in CVC if you're able to get up to a large number of them pretty quickly. You have to contend with the Argent Death Ball. I feel like that's the primary scary thing. And once again here, B going for that very fast third collection array, actually delaying his creation chamber. It's not even down yet. And I feel like Parting has got to know in that last game, okay, he went for that early collection array. He was able to just mine so much more than me. Will he do that in game number 2? I feel like, again, Parting is not going for a very wild build here. This looks very standard to me. Collection array into creation chamber. So, like, this is the kind of stuff when this game is more figured out and more advanced and when the build orders are more, like, put together. Like, seeing the health camp timing should be next to, like, frame perfect for both players, right? Because there's nothing to stop you from taking it. So here, Parting taking that health camp very early. B still doesn't have his. So if Parting is paying attention...
he doesn't even have an Argent out yet.
Yeah, no Argent's even out.
The question is, can Parting punish this, right? He's got 3 Argents running across the map. The health camp hasn't been taken yet. And like you said, if he recognizes that, hey, B opened with the third collection array last game, Parting can, he can go out here and creep the middle vision camp. He's going to be able to creep much more productively than B. And having that collection array is really nice, but creeping is maybe nicer.
Oh, it's not even a maybe. It is absolutely nicer. The current, patch 0.0.2, they did reduce how much resources the creeps do give, but they are still king, I would say, at this point as far as collections goes. So
especially I would say on a map that's this big.
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of creep to be grabbing, especially if you can hold that middle vision. It's a nice position for Parting here.
Yeah, by far the largest map, obviously, that we have in the current pool, and has the most amount of creep camps available. So you can see here, Parting is up already 2 camps to B, only taking 1. But again, that collection array has been mining now for quite a while. So I think B, hopefully soon, will be able to start seeing the dividends from that, if you will.
I was thinking about that word. I'm so glad he used it.
The
Excellent word choice there.
Yeah, the dividends.
Gonna get some ROI on his collection array.
Gonna get some dividends. Dipped in Mama Liz's chili oil.
It's the only way I eat my dividends.
That's right.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Hey.
Hold on. B gonna dive up this ramp. Parting is here, but B is way stocked up on energy. Look at these Argents. And I think B is going to be able to take a really nice fight. This is looking very unfortunate for Parting, even though you had high ground at the start of that fight.
Now, okay, here I think the entire purpose of that fight there for Parting, not only, I mean, he did, it was a disadvantageous fight for him, but he was able to take the Luminite Tower. That's exactly what he was going for, and that's exactly what he accomplished. So he was able to, he teched to tier 2, and he instantly took the Luminite Tower and the Therium Tower. So he has gotten all of those resources, which is a pretty significant amount for sure. But Parting here, maybe a little caught out.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Just try to focus down some of these Argents. He does have some reinforcements showing up, but so does B. And it looks like Parting is just going to run away.
Yeah. Ooh. From that exchange.
Another Argent.
I mean, again, B now, though, up in supply, currently 40 to 62. Quite a number of prisms
popping out here, but those are not going to help in a fight if B decides to pressure.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, especially on Lost Hope, I think that trying to fight up this ramp, like too early, is madness. Like the ramp, the defender's advantage in Stormgate is the best I've seen in any RTS. It's wild. It's wild.
It's pretty good.
It's insane. Yeah, it's truly mind-boggling how good it can be. But yeah, not an insignificant steal there, taking both of those camps. I mean, again, B has been able to mine Luminite now at this third base for quite a while here, generating quite a bit more resources, but I feel like Parting able to stay in this game because he was able to grab those two camps. Now imagine here if B was able to take those camps and had that third camp going the whole time. Parting doing the same scanner trick where he now has two scanners at those valuable camps and is preventing B from taking them, like back capping them, I would say.
Yeah, he's on the backside of those trees as well, just keeping the Argents from being able to hit him. Whoop.
Yeah. The scan does not last long enough. Parting knows that and moves the scanner back in twice. Love that. Guardian Nexus down again and already going into Animancers here. I don't remember what building makes the Animancer upgrade, though.
It's the Ascension Matrix.
It's the Ascension Matrix.
Which is currently researching the energy regeneration of Animancers and allows them to use Dark Prophecy.
There it is. There is exactly that. Yeah. And we saw how good Dark Prophecy was against a death ball of Argents. Let's see if it continues to be that good.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that B has not put down a collection array on the back third Luminite mine, whereas Parting has. So while B took that initial advantage, it is 3-3 arrays at the moment. I think B still has slightly better mining overall, but
yeah, he has more prisms. Again,
it's not nearly as pronounced as last game.
5 prisms total for Parting mining Luminite. Yeah, I'm not going to count all these. Anyways, I'm pretty sure B's mining a bit more. Probably like half a base more, I would say.
I'm going to need an income graph.
I wish.
In the Stormgate.
I wish, dude. That'd be so sick. And if I thought the defender's advantage was very good when it was just Argents, imagine having Dark Prophecy and trying to go up that ramp. It's just not going to be possible.
No, that's basically impossible. And Parting knows that. That's why he's just kind of turtling on these bases right now. I does feel like he could take that left side base. I feel like he could do something with that.
Yeah, again, this is one of the things in Stormgate that I'm really interested to see how it pans out. Oh, big fight possibly happening over here, though. He's
going to dive out front. He's got those Animancers, and he's feeling good about the Dark Prophecy. He drops one.
Happy.
He wants to take this Vision Camp, and B could get a massive surround here. He is splitting into 3 separate army groups.
But that Vision
this
Camp...
is somebody who played Brood War.
Yeah, the Vision Camp is going to pay huge here. Harding should be able to retreat from this position if he doesn't find it good enough, but he looks like he's just going to try to focus in on this group, but B splitting so beautifully here. Harding now, big Dark Prophecy in the back here.
Dark Prophecy is huge. B forced to pull back a lot of his units, and Harding, he's doing a great job just posturing out here.
Yeah.
B is poised to strike, though, and he's just waiting for the opportune moment. There's a really nice concave. Where are the Dark Prophecies? There goes one.
Oh, Dark Prophecies as well for B, though. Went into the middle. Yeah.
And that is just that. B is going to take Harding 2-0. The early third collection rate, Harding not able to punish that in any way. And B just running away with these games.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful games there from B. And we do just see that in resources collected. Like you said, that game way less pronounced. Only 2,000 more resources collected there for B, where 400 more creep resources collected for Harding. So just that little bit of extra income there, making that Argent Death Ball so much scarier, making that last fight look incredible there. I think Harding did need to make something happen there and hope that he could catch B off guard, maybe have his units a bit more clumped up there. Obviously, if B did not micro as well as he did, those Dark Prophecies would have absolutely shredded. And we are going... You know how people complain about the Infernal supremacy?
Yeah. Who's the Infernal player in this final match?
That's a great question, because finals is going to be Percival versus B, which should be Vanguard versus Celestials. Should it be, though? Because
B's Infernals are higher ranked.
Okay. True. All right, and we're in the finals. A Vanguard versus Celestials finals starting in Secluded Grove. Spawning in the top right corner of the map, it is your Vanguard player. Give it up for Percival.
And his opponent in the lower left, who is in fact playing Celestials, it is B. Going immediately for a second collection array here. And I mean, we're talking about it. No Infernals in the finals. I thought Infernals were the OP race, but here we are. None to be seen.
All of the people complaining Infernals OP. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I mean, where are they?
Where are they? Where are the Infernals if they're so OP?
Yeah.
I really like this from B, though, going for the collection array at the triangle third, typically, for most races.
Yeah.
But again, Celestials, they don't really have those restrictions put on them, right? They just kind of expand where they feel like it. Already starting to mine some Therium here. Celestial versus Vanguard, maybe I know even less about, other than... again, Vanguard likes to go Hornets, and Celestials make what feels like some people think is the only unit they have, which is the Argent.
I heard. Don't quote me on this.
Okay.
They also have like late game units. So if they want to throw the game by teching away from Argents, they have the opportunity to.
I mean, I have seen some Archangels slam down and get some work done.
The Archangel slam down is good for my soul.
It's so
cool. That's a very enjoyable thing to watch. Also, I mean, like, I don't know, AoE, so good.
AoE, yeah.
I love me some AoE damage.
Well, and it's, oh, wait a minute. Okay, jeez Louise. Percival not pulling that one dog actually back far enough there. I thought the Shadow Demon was going to be able to kill it. Okay, no, he's fine.
God, it's close. He's playing with fire. But he's not getting burnt. He's like that's a Kree?
Oh, he's got the Kree rollout ability upgrading already, dude. It's like almost done. God. And I suppose, I mean, if you're playing versus the early game mass dog, which it does look like Percival. That's what he's going for. He's researching Beryllium Claws. Couple of Kree. Dealing bonus damage to light units. Dogs are light units. It makes sense to me. What?
Yeah, I kind of like that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We
are popping out right now.
They are popping out. Is he just gonna stay on Kree though, or is it just to try to deal with the early game dogs? Like, I think there's still a lot here that could be done. Immediately here, Percival dropping that hangar bay. And we saw, it looks like the preferred way to deal with those Hornets was the Cabal. We'll have to see if that's the case here. A Kree, however, I don't know if you knew this or not, but they actually cannot shoot up. So there needs to be a different unit that can hit the air.
What if you just have so many Kree that the Hornets can't shoot?
What if they Sonic the Hedgehog themselves off of some of these trees?
There's I mean, that would be cool. Can we get a Kree ability to do that? Because I'm into it.
Pop up in the air before they explode outwards.
They could just punch up like once.
Yeah, that would
cool down ability.
That would be cool. Oh, you know what? I'm actually being corrected. I totally forgot. The Kree can hit Hornets if the Cabal, if that's what B is going to make here, because they can bring them down. They can drop them. I forgot they can do it. So we'll see. We'll see. And I will say Hornets are light. However, there are no Cabals anywhere. So I
haven't seen any being made yet, and so this Hornet's just gonna rush in and kills 2 prisms immediately.
Yeah,
because it's been triple veteran seed. So
yeah.
That's pretty good.
It does a lot of damage to prisms, man. And it looks like B is actually gonna move these prisms over to Therium mining instead, to try and circumvent where the Hornets are. The Kree are gonna roll past them just to, pretend like they're doing something. Again, another one does go down there.
Yeah.
The Hornet able to escape. No Cabal, so again, not gonna be able to stop them from moving away. And suddenly, that's minus what, 3 prisms already for B?
Three or four.
Three or four, I think it was, crazy. Yeah.
And these dogs are still running around, capturing camps and just being generally annoying. Percival is going to finally expand. He's done a lot of economic damage, but his economy back at home is not super stellar. So
I would like to have some hopium here for B. A huge hit on those Hornets, but there's just nothing that can hit the air at the moment. Like, there's... all the prisms are dead. Okay, so there goes that.
They're all going down. There's still... Okay, a Cabal is on the way.
All right.
There is a Cabal on the way.
One Cabal. Here we go.
This Hornet is living for so long.
Yeah. It's 336 HP.
Oh, God. And now it's using its return to home ability to get back and against Kree. There isn't a sentry post up just yet. It's being built, but the Kree are here. They're trying to get on top of it. But up it comes. It's going to go for the repair. Mobs look like they have been overcharged. The Hornets are back. Yep. Can the Kree get enough damage done to justify this? B is feeling the desperation.
With the no. I mean, even if B loses all of these Kree here, which he will, keep in mind, I mean, that did look bad, and it was bad for B. Don't get me wrong. But there are no Hornets, there are no Exos, there are no Lancers on the ground anymore, so we've completely dealt with the ground army. They did get like 6 Bobs, but that's like 0.75 Bob per Kree, I think, that died there, so definitely not worth it. Okay, and there the Cabal. Is this the secret sauce? Boy, it sure does not fucking look like it.
It's not feeling like it.
Like, they have the slow, which is good, but they don't got the damage.
No, they be tickling these Hornets.
They're like sentries.
They are feeling a lot like sentries right now. Like really good in conjunction with some units that are actually good. You know?
For sure. And again, I think you know, losing those Kree. There's the drop down. So again,
We
the
grounded
Kree
it.
here could have done something
And you get it.
with
No.
with 4 Cabal and a Sovereign's Watch ticking the whole time. It just goes, you know what?
Goes home.
I'm just gonna go home, dude.
I'm actually just gonna go home.
You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna go home. That's crazy. That is actually kind of crazy.
It's pretty good. I mean,
All
to be
right.
fair, B didn't have any of his actual damage dealing units out. If there was like 3 Kree there, that's a different story.
I mean, how much of
but-
a different story would it be, though? I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, is B out of the game?
It's feeling pretty rough right now.
Feels like it, but we'll see. I mean, he has to take this Therium or this Luminite camp manually. He doesn't have an upgraded... Oh, no, he does have an Arc Station. Okay, very curious why he decides to not go for that go to Jesus ability. But,
That's,
it's
yeah.
okay. Hornets
And the
once
Hornets
again
got
in the
back
main.
in.
I barely clicked my screen over in time to see all the prisms die.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then they just leave.
Then out they go. Gonna find a
there's even a
Cabal for their
Cabal.
trouble. Calls one of them down.
Drops it down.
Okay,
Can you
here
get
we
this
go.
one? Can you get this one?
Up.
This is it?
Gets it. It drops
Oh,
it
he gets it
down.
again?
This is it. Here we go. We're
This is
gonna
it.
see it.
This is
Here's
it.
the strat. Up.
He
Calls
wants the
it
other
down.
one.
Up. Wait.
Wait.
Up.
Wait.
Wow.
He's got
it.
He got it. That was a veteran 3 Hornet.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
believe
He killed one. Whoa, my
All right, we're
god.
seeing the strats.
Are
This is
we?
it.
This is
This is the
it?
start of B's comeback.
Okay, I'm fucking ready for it, dude.
All right.
Now,
He's,
there's-
first of all, he's got Lancers
There's
and,
so
and
many-
Medtech back at home.
Holy moly, that's...
I mean,
he's
listen,
so
the Kree are
dead,
out in
dude. There's
force.
no way. No, there's no way. There's no way.
He's got 2 prisms.
He's killed like 50 prisms this game.
He's killed
If
about
B wins,
50.
I think Percival's like internet must have disconnected or something, or his mouse dies. Like, I want B to win. Like, I want the comeback story here. And I
Percival's
guess if
playing the
oh,
MMO right now.
right hit the okay,
Oh,
well, that
that
could have
could've been
been that could have been it. The Cabal range is not good.
Not great, maybe.
Not great. Here we go. All right, dive in the prisms
and
again.
that's gonna be another prism. And
There's
that's
another
prism.
2.
But he took damage on these Hornets. Oh, he's
Whoa.
diving in. Hold on.
He's going in. Wait a
Strike
second.
mode. Wait.
Hold on a
Wait.
moment.
Another prism.
What?
Percival's micros do
Wait.
it. Oh,
Not. Hold. Oh, another one dies.
oh, and he drags this one
Oh,
down.
he's dragging it down.
Drags it.
He's gonna have to
Can he
kill
get
it
it?
with Cabal.
Oh.
I lived. No.
Nope.
I don't know what's happening. Okay.
I think it kind of derped a little bit in the corner there.
It derped a little bit. It derped a little bit.
All right,
Woo.
all right. B has now killed almost as many
Listen.
Hornets as that group of Hornets killed prisms.
I mean, this is just totally okay, guys, for B. Like, yeah, he's lost, like, I think actually legitimately, like, 12 prisms or 13 prisms at this point.
Yeah, something like
But he's
that.
had to pay for that, okay? He's had to pay for that with 3 Hornets. And, you know,
was it 3?
it was 3. Yeah, he lost 3.
That's pretty good. That might be worth.
That's
Listen,
pretty
I
good
don't-
trades. That's pretty good trades.
I am not a professional number cruncher,
I mean,
but I'm crunching the numbers right now, and
Yep.
I don't know any of
tally
them.
him up.
But I'm pretty sure that's a good trade for B.
Listen, if Hornets cost about 800 per Hornet, then we're good.
Do they cost 800? Chat?
No. Now,
I
this is
wasn't
the
asking
first
you.
time I've seen... Well, I'm in your chat, too. So I am chat. When you say chat, question mark, that's also me.
Damn it. All right, you got me there.
Okay, so this was something... Oh, he's doing it again! Okay, so the health camp here. He's respawned it 3 times.
Oh.
So he killed it, He instantly, so if you use your Go to Jesus ability on a dead camp, it instantly respawns it at the higher level. He's done that now twice to go from a level 3 camp all the way to a level 5. So, unironically, that is like that is like 1,200 Luminite he just got in the span of like 30 to 40 seconds. But a big fight happening here. The Kree, though, getting a pretty good job.
Right on top of these Exos, getting right in there. The Lancer's not able to body block for them. Is it going to be enough, though?
The med techs dropping basically 1 nanoswarm per Kree.
Oh, my God. And there's still a Hornet alive, the arch enemy of B, and he is going to be forced to tap out. He fought that one out
He did.
as well as you could possibly expect. But Percival just taking a huge lead at the beginning and holding on to it. He didn't let go.
Yeah. Well, let's head into game number 2 of our 2Goblin 2Cluckfest finals. In the top left corner of Lost Hope. He is down, but he is not out. It is the Celestial player from Team 3D. It's B.
It's actually the 3D clan. Just because I like to correct you. His opponent in the lower right-hand
3D
corner.
Clan? What do you...
Yeah, that's what
Is
their,
it not
that's
a
what their name
team? It's Clan 3D?
No, it's 3D clan.
Fuck's sake. I'm not gonna know.
The Vanguard player in the lower right-hand corner, up 1-0 in his best-of-5 grand finals. It is Percival. Oh,
okay.
Oh, dog coming in.
Dog coming in. What the dog doing?
Kill? What the dog doing?
He's gonna try to get it for sure. I mean, I feel like
wants it.
If B keeps attacking here, is he actually gonna legit try to outlast hit this dog? That's crazy.
Ooh,
ah!
Get it?
He got it! Whoa!
He
The
got
Celestial's overpowered, guys. Never mind. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. We're all fine here.
Everything's fine. Okay. Creation chamber going down here.
Percival's dogs are all so low.
Yeah,
Jesus.
you have to micro the dogs really hard. It's actually, I think, it doesn't look this bad if you micro the dogs away before you last hit the final slime, because you get this armor debuff when it explodes. You get like minus 20 armor for a while.
Huh.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
That's pretty big.
It's pretty huge.
Yeah,
all right.
Pretty huge.
Immediately, again, a Guardian Nexus going down for B. Favoring, again, the Kree here. He says, okay, I know they didn't accomplish too much in game number 1.
Big difference for Percival, though, just going straight for the base.
Straight for an expand here. Okay. Okay. He's already making Kree, so he's making Kree. That's happening.
He's making Kree. He's making them.
Yeah, this is interesting to see the Vanguard expanding so early, like you said. Maybe just feeling confident he can creep the camps he wants to with these dogs. Cross spawn, you know, is a bit of a bigger deal when it comes into the strategies that you can perform. You do have that extra bit of distance there. Reinforcements aren't going to be so quick. The Hornet harass won't be as relentless. Ooh.
Yeah, we have a sentry post going down as well, just in case B gets a little aggressive.
But a hangar bay once again gonna go down here for Percival, and I gotta imagine that thing is not gonna be making any evacs.
No, it's evacs only.
Evacs
just gonna
only.
Fly in with like 6
Imagine
of them.
he makes an evac right here, right now. How that would just be.
Dude, my mind would be blown.
I would just concede. I would stop casting the grand finals.
Yeah, I'd quit.
I just wouldn't know anything. Yeah. Oh, cheeky little Kree back here from B. Actually gonna cap the health camp. That's funny. Look at his position, too. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep, it is a Hornet, as we all expected here. Another barracks gonna go down as well, and looks like B here might be trying to shark around and find some vulnerability.
Yeah, he's gonna try to see if he can sneak in. This wall is not quite done yet. Does get blocked by the Bobs. A couple of the Kree get in.
Yep, few of them are going to make it into the main line, and the Bob overcharge is already used up here, so the Kree actually might find some damage. These Hornets do deal bonus light damage, but it's only to air, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, they're going to be working away at these Kree, but the Bobs do have to run away. Good hold on the low ground for Percival.
Look at how many Bobs are going down here.
Yeah, it was like 3 maybe.
Nah, I mean, he got like 2 or 3 in the main and then another 2 or 3 there just from that attack. So actually quite a lot of them going down. Pretty solid attack here. Yeah, and B splitting them, making the Hornet waste more time. Forcing Percival back, and suddenly Kree, can I start saying they're overpowered again?
No,
I don't
soon.
think I can.
Soon.
We'll see.
One more good fight, and I'll let you say it.
Okay. Now, very big difference in this game. Already a Cabal is down here for B on the other side of the map. These Hornets now starting to go across. They are hungry for some prisms. Let's see if they're going to find any to snack upon.
They might be able to find a couple here. There are a few around.
The Kree, once again, though, rolling back in.
God.
Just going around that giant wall. Like, that wall is actually not even really doing anything here.
Yeah.
Gonna find some dog connections. Meanwhile, the Hornet's gonna return to hangar.
Yeah.
To try to deal with this because the dog's getting taken out.
Oh my God, these Kree are doing so well. The Hornets were away. The Kree came to play, and suddenly Percival is down at less than half the supply of B.
Wait a moment.
And B is just chilling on his side of the map.
He's just chilling. He gets the Kree. He gets the rollout. He's now going to try to attack this buzzsaw cannon. I don't think that's going to be the way, but now Percival doing a pretty good job doing that hold position to force the Kree to go around. They will get taken out here.
I mean, that's a lot of Kree going down, but they killed so many Bobs, I feel like, and so much lost mining time.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the meantime, B on the other side of the map, he's got just a ton of prisms because, hey, they haven't all been killed this game.
And there's
so
Cabal.
His mining is just off the chain.
1 Cabal in the main, 2 Cabals at the net. We got the balls.
We got balls. He's balling.
Call. I didn't have anything there. Follow that up. Hornet's gonna try sharking around. Yeah.
And GG just gets immediately.
Called. Yeah, just straight away.
As soon as he sees the Cabals are there.
Well, I think that, and he saw how many prisms were mining in the back. And he just sees, like, B is just so far ahead here. There's just no way I'm going to be able to come back from after taking that much damage. Yeah, GG does get called there, and B is able to tie it up now 1-1 as we go into game number 3. You want to know something young Apoptosis did? I mean, we're talking 11-year-old Apop.
Ooh.
Had a traditional, you know, house cul-de-sac driveway sort of deal. People would walk their dogs and all sorts of stuff. At the end of my driveway, there's a sidewalk, and I epoxy glued a quarter to the ground on the sidewalk. And I would watch people walk by and try to pick it up.
That's incredible. I love that so much.
Yeah, it was fucking fun. It was so funny.
Oh, that's so good. I mean, it's so classic. That's like there's a
really
Simpsons episode about that. You know
that's
what I mean?
That's like Dennis the Menace level shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
It really is. So let's go ahead into game number 3 of our grand finals of 2Goblin 2Cluckfest. In the top right corner of Boneyard, it is the Vanguard player, Percival. He's already mining Therium.
Yeah, he was doing that last game too. Very quick on the Therium. Okay. Yeah. His opponent in the lower left-hand corner, not yet mining Therium. It is 3D Clans B.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got a little too greedy there. So, Percival,
Damn.
actually, if you hold position on the Luminite mine, you can prevent the collection array from being taken.
Yep, and he paid for it.
He did. He was able to delay it, though, for quite a while, but definitely I don't think that was worth it there. Why are you guys saying B's clan but not Percival's? Is his clan Elks? I did not... Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I don't know that that's
clan Percival's in.
Yeah, I don't know what clan he's in. We're only saying B's because we know it's the 3D clan.
Yeah, as far as I see, Percival is not currently on a team.
Yeah,
but so. I could be wrong. If somebody knows something different,
definitely let us know.
Let us know.
He's on Team Elixir, Elks for short. Okay. Well,
okay. Here we go.
There you go. Sometimes when people do Korean letters, they'll have like another name, you know. Prime did say this earlier. Well, you know, dude, I don't read my own chat. What the fuck do you mean? Why would I do that?
I only read chat from people with sub badges. So.
Yeah.
Just saying.
True.
Yeah.
Based in true. Well, okay. So Clan Elixir. There we go.
That's good to know.
Thank
you, chat. Thank you, chat.
Actually useful for once in your life.
Hey, you know.
I'm actually concerned with this happening here. Okay, no, there's a second dog. I didn't see that. All right, well, what do we got here? So another Morph Core from B is going to turn into a Guardian Nexus. Is it going to be Kree? Are we going to go for the Argent speed upgrade? Are we going to do both things?
And we already have Argents coming out here, so be changing it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's for the speed upgrade. I'm thinking it's for the speed upgrade. B now mining some Ethereum as well. And not taking that fast third collection array. Was curious if this would be the map to see a fast third from our Celestials player, but it looks like no. Gonna go instead for a quick tier 2 arc station. Meanwhile, on Percival's side of the map, Biokinetics Lab just now going down here, so that will tell us, is he gonna try to go for a quick exo transition? Is he gonna go for the Beryllium Claws? Who knows?
Yeah, and B moving out, he's going to try to take this vision tower right in the front of Percival's base. So he scans up on the high ground and sees that there is, in fact, a second base there. B going to keep on pushing.
Second base, and is this a full wall?
This looks like a full wall to me.
It does.
Which is not great if you're the one
and
with the melee unit.
And another full wall in the... Yeah, this is just straight up a full wall. What are these Argents doing? Oh, okay. They are actually attacking. I thought they were just sitting there. Got it. All right.
Ah, that's a dead sentry post.
Yeah, it does manage to break in here and gets that Lancer immediately. And now Percival having to deal with a bit of an Argent rush here.
Yeah, he's got another Lancer out. He's going to overcharge the Bobs and pull them out here, but the Argents can kite against us at least a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Another.
Oh, there's a Kree as well.
Yep, going into the Kree. Rollout already finished up here, so favoring the Kree. I think that's, again, a response to that dog meta.
Yeah, but I like this with the Argents. It feels like Percival might not have been ready for this. I mean, definitely not ready for the Argents to walk across the map.
Yeah.
In this attack, there's an Exo out, and it's going to be able to get into that sentry post.
I do think that's going to be
turn B away.
Yeah, the end of that attack there, but a really solid pressure timing, and that does a lot more than just the damage it's dealt. Like, that's map control now for B. He can go around. He's got the arc station.
Oh, he wants to get in on top of this. He rolls right on top of this. The Bobs are gone. Down goes the sentry post, and I'm kind of worried here for Percival. I think he might just be dead.
I am as well here. I was curious if he was going to purge off the shield from that Exo, but he actually decides, no, I'm good. Now, one thing you can do, and I actually think this works as well. Oh, some huge hits going down on those Bobs, though, that are not overcharged. is you can summon down that light beam, and I think that actually does get rid of the Bob overcharge because it is a buff. Wow, Percival calling
not
GG
even gonna
here.
need it. Yeah, just not able to get enough units out to hold on against this, and there it is. There it goes. B goes up 2-1 in his best 5.
Yeah, a bit of a crazy conclusion to that game. Not
unexpected. Yeah, I guess an unexpected attack there as Percival was not fully prepared. His sentry post was late to coming on the battlefield and taking the Bobs away, leaving a hole in the wall there.
Alrighty, and spawning in the top right corner of Isle of Dread. He is up 2-1. And looking to finish this out, it is from the 3D clan B, our Celestial player.
And his opponent in the lower left-hand corner, the Vanguard, playing for Team Elixir. He needs to pull it back and win 2 in a row to take this. It is Percival. Face. Face is the character from the A team.
The face. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Okay. I truly still think that this damage is bugged. It has to be.
Oh my god.
Like, it's literally less than half HP on the Arc ship.
It's so much damage.
It's crazy.
Shadow Mastiffs are just good against Arc ships.
Yeah, I think they deal double damage. Like, I'm pretty sure they legit deal like 10 damage a hit.
That's a lot of damage. Oh my god, we have a mech bay.
What? Oh my god. Wait a second. We're not gonna see. Oh, he's going for the hedgehogs.
Hedgehog.
It's the other broken unit. Ah, run!
Haven't seen these yet today.
No, we haven't. You know what's crazy?
Exciting.
We've casted more Vanguard and Celestial than Infernal.
That's true. That's true.
How do you like that?
It's almost like maybe Infernal isn't the most busted race. I don't know. Listen,
Be careful who you say that to.
Just spitballing here.
We'll have to see. Another Guardian Nexus is down. Rollout is already underway here. So definitely going to be seeing some Kree this game, but I think there's going to be a bit of a...
What are these Bobs doing out here? What is this sentry post going up?
What is this all about?
In the middle of the map.
I simply could not tell you.
I guess we'll find out.
Must be a misclick, you know?
It's a misclick, yeah.
Yeah.
2 Bobs walked out of the map, built the sentry post.
Yeah, gotta be.
Percival's just misclicking like a bunch of buttons. Like 8 buttons in a row.
What's happening?
Whoops.
Okay,
so you're going to go after the health camp now as the Hedgehog and Dog team here, the animal team, moves out.
I want to call this the sled. You know?
Oh,
you got the
so
dogs in the
so
front. Yeah, they were calling this the sled. Okay, the Kree gonna try to roll on out of this position here. Now they will roll faster than the dogs. But
will they?
Yeah, they should. They will not,
I feel like they're
actually.
being caught up, too.
am absolutely wrong about that. That's not true. Rollout Kree slower than both the dogs and the hedgehogs. So, okay.
Dogs
did
and the
not
hogs,
know that.
baby.
The dogs and the hogs, the sled.
Yeah.
Catching up.
And this is a really nice opening now for Percival, who just has map control and should be able to put some pressure on here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, if you get up to a critical number of Kree, he does have the speed camp available. Keep in mind, Percival did not actually even cap his speed camp, which is very interesting. So he's not getting that global plus 5% buff from it.
Oh, yeah.
But he will try to take Bs.
And he's going
Guess he doesn't need it. I mean, as you can see.
Yeah, who needs it?
Yeah, I mean, it's
kind
going
of showing
down.
up, actually. Yeah, collection rate gets lifted up. The Hedgehogs are not going to go anti-air because they want to be able to micro, but now he's got the speed camp right here.
Oh, Cabal
And
again
how
here.
are the Kree gonna do this? The Cabal does show up, a shield on the 3 veterancy dog, and suddenly Percival is pushing this back right into B's base.
Yep.
Another Cabal in here, but I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be enough right now.
Sovereign's Watch is going to go down here and maybe is enough to push away Percival for the time being. But these Kree,
Oh, the
are they going to be
slow
able to
is
catch up
really
to
nice.
this?
But more hedgehogs showing up here. Collection
Yeah.
array is back to mining, though, which means Percival can focus on that if he doesn't want to go back into the main base. And once again, it gets lifted.
Lifted, and B is now trying to move it away. He's not entirely convinced that Percival won't go for that anti-air mode.
But we still have no expansion here for Percival. So while he is doing economic damage, it, I guess, is theoretically putting them on like relatively even mining.
Ah,
A little weird with the
interesting.
prisms, but
So that sentry post here in the middle of the map has a Bob inside, which means it's going to be able to repair up his units. Yeah. And a hangar out now. So, and a very good time scan from B, who sees the first Hornet leaving the hangar there.
that's a nice thing to catch, to know he's got to
Yeah.
worry about his prisms
Hornets
back at
as
home.
well. Yeah, for sure. 3 Cabal in the main, 1 Cabal and some Kree at the natural. Again, there's only 1 Hornet, but I feel like an attack with the Hornet combined with the Hogs, it could be disastrous here.
Yeah,
So
looks like he's
far-
going to try to send the Hornet around and see what's going on. But of course, those Cabal, if they can ground that with some Kree around, that's a problem
That's a
for
dead
the
Hornet.
Hornet.
That's a dead Hornet if he can do that.
I'm going to go with probably dead because we've seen too many of them escape. To
That's a dead Hornet.
You think so?
I bet my stream key on it. I'm just kidding.
Ooh, that's
I'm-
that's a big dead, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the Hornet gets in the back at the same time the Hedgehog's hitting the natural. Sovereign's Watch on that collection ready to push those away. But the Hornet, I think, just killed 2 or 3 prisms.
It killed 2
It does
prisms.
get grounded.
My stream key, no.
Oh my god, he goes back
He
in to
goes
get the
back to
prism.
prism, dude. Oh, it's
it
just
might die because of
wild,
that.
man.
Is this gonna live? Oh my god, get out of here. Get out of here, it lives! First of all, microing the Hornets in the middle of the map as well. I will say the supplies, though, are still very close. So while it feels like Percival's doing great here, he is losing a lot of Hedgehogs. He's pulled back some really low hit point ones, but can they actually escape? Another one goes down.
Yeah, I mean, again, the 3
Hornet tries
prisms
to go home, but it gets caught.
Nice, very solid reaction time there from B, catching that Hornet. It was in the super speed, return to hangar mode and everything, and he was able to catch that with the Cabal. And I mean, he hasn't really lost any of these Kree. He hasn't lost any of these Cabal. He's now, looks like he's just trying to deal with these Hornets here. Again, though, it's just so oppressive. These prisms go down so quickly if a Hornet gets on top of them. And he's trying to just catch them. He does manage to get this Hornet as well, so that's 2 Hornets down.
Yeah, and again, losing the prisms is painful, but we have seen that even when a ton of prisms go down, the mining is not, like, the mining disparity is not that huge, but 2 more Hornets come in, and there's not a lot here. Where are the Cabal?
Where are the Cabal? I mean, he's at
dead
the center of the
prisms.
map here.
Yeah, he's trying to push forward on this. There is that repair post, but the Hedgehogs have to micro back from the Kree, and the Kree are going to catch up to these when they stop to shoot. It looks like the Cabal are dealing with the Hornets on the other side of the map for now.
Looks like they will be able to take him out. Oh, barely manages to bring that last one down, but I think it's a little too far out of range to actually fully kill it there, unfortunately.
My God.
The Kree, though, really not a very good match for these Hedgehogs. So long as Percival can continue to micro them, they are just going to be able to get so much damage done. He needs the Cabal in order to actually get some damage and get some kills here.
The Shadow Mastiff just turned and hit the Hornet as it flew by in super speed mode.
Oh, no,
and
I
killed
missed it. Yeah.
Actually insane.
Finally, the bugged Shadow Massive damage helping the Celestials for once.
I don't know why. It just turned in the middle of the fight and decided to hit that Hornet.
It prios air units. It prioritizes air units. If I believe that's the case.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of nuts.
I mean, I feel like Percival has been so aggressive and oppressive this game, putting the pressure on to B, and he's done a lot. But
has he done enough?
I don't know. I feel like I don't hate B's position here.
Yeah,
maybe not where he wants to be. I'm gonna have another Hornet in the main, but it feels like Percival's been losing a lot. He's just now putting a second base down. He's lost a bunch of Hedgehogs. He's lost almost every single Hornet he's built so far.
Yeah, I mean, B is doing an absolutely wonderful job keeping 1 to 2 Cabal at every base just to catch whatever Hornets swing by, and then activating Sovereign's Watch. It looks like it's going to be enough. Yeah, catches a Hornet over here as well. It is a bit too far away for the rest of his units to actually start attacking it, but it will push it away.
At least keeps the Prisms alive, right? They're mining.
Yeah, they're mining for now. I mean, Percival is expanded here. Let's take a look. Still more Hedgehogs being produced. We saw Vulcan earlier as well. Don't actually know where that Vulcan went off to. Can't seem to find it.
Either.
Yeah,
there was a Vulcan.
There was one for sure.
Right.
I don't think it died to anything.
Oh, it's in the middle. It's at the Luminite camp in the middle.
Ah, yeah, there it is.
Just
okay.
I don't know. It's just sitting there.
Just sitting, just chilling. Now, what is B trying to get to? That's my question. God, Hornets just kill Prism so fast. It's actually kind of atrocious how fast that is. It's nuts.
That's a good question, because against a very different composition here at a Percival, is the Kree Cabal still the play?
I mean, I have to imagine he wants to try to go for some Animancers here. Like, that seems like that would be very good. To have an AoE slow armor piercing spell damage ability, like, yeah, that just seems like the play. But right now, Percival just able to keep B from expanding out too far, keeping his Cabal close to home. Otherwise, these Hornets are just gonna fly in, deal so much damage, but potentially a bit of a mistake here. The Hedgehogs getting maybe a little close to these Cabal, but it looks like no massive damage going to get done here unless the Cabal on the backside can catch up to them.
Yeah, and in the meantime, B is just moving straight across the map. He's going to try to get on top of this Vulcan. There are some Hedgehogs back here, but not a lot else right now for Percival. Is he going to have enough to defend this?
There's actually so many Kree, and they jump on these Hedgehogs all at once and get such good damage done. This
There's
Vulcan,
a couple
though,
of Vulcans out. One of them does get Veterancy. Gonna try to find a nice little position here as the Hedgehog gets lifted up. Where are these Vulcans going? They're trying to get to the Bob so they can get repaired, but they're just getting caught out here. The Cabal slowing that Vulcan down, keeping it out of position. These Kree, though, are getting shredded by these Vulcans, but I don't know if there's enough here for Percival to hang on. He's now bringing the Hedgehogs home from the middle of the map, but there's so many Cabal. Dude, this is way too many. Like 8 more show up.
Yeah, he's slowing every single unit that Percival has, lifts that Vulcan, lifts both of them into the air, which allow his Kree to focus on these Hedgehogs instead.
Yeah, but the Vulcans are both fully healed up by the Bobs. Now they just get lifted again. I mean, he has like infinity energy.
Yeah, I mean, when you have so many.
No damage to these.
Do you really need to deal that much?
Kree are fully surrounded by them. I don't know. This is like, I feel like Percival's actually just gonna hold.
Yeah, I think he does hold here.
Nothing.
Yeah, the Cabal.
The Buzzsaw Cannon is actually crushing those Kree. Every time the Vulcans shoot, a bunch of Kree die. And now the Cabal are all going down. They're trying to hold on here, the last few of them, but they're running low on juice. Some Exos popping out even.
Yeah, there were so many of them that looked like such a good fight for B, but I think you're absolutely right. The Buzzsaw Cannon, which I'm almost certain deals bonus damage to light, which is B's entire army. Kree and Cabal, both light units. So very, very good there for him. Able to hang on, but does reset the hedgehog count. Takes care of, I think, one of those Vulcans only? That is kind of interesting that if the Vulcan's lifted into the air, you can still repair it with your bobs. That seems a little...
Yeah,
that seems a bit weird,
honestly,
but maybe...
it felt like lifting the Vulcans there helped Percival.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Couldn't hit them, and then they could get repaired. And I feel like that ended up really benefiting Percival in that defense.
I feel like you lift one of them, but not both, you know?
Yeah, maybe that's the play. I mean, B definitely has more map presence now. He's able to take a bunch of these camps. Percival is now moving out to try to take his health camp. But that at least gave B some more map presence.
Yeah,
but it feels like a lot of his army got reset.
Oh, it did for sure. I mean, all of those Kree getting taken out. Now, they are somewhat expendable units, but the Cabal are not. And it's still Cabal Kree here on the side of B. He is starting to research that Animancer training. He is now making Animancers as well, but it looks like Percival might not give him the opportunity to actually get to those units.
Yeah, he wants to jump on top of this. He's got Vulcans. He's got Medtechs in here. He's got some... It's a whole mix of units.
The whole mix of units here.
He's got like every unit he can make in this game.
Yeah, he absolutely does. I mean, there is a lot of Kree here. If he can find the angle he needs. With these Cabal, actually, I think a little bit of miss micro. But it looks okay. I think Percival, not sure if Dark Prophecy is online quite yet. Oh my gosh.
Gonna try to jump on top of this. The Vulcan's getting lifted. And that means the rest of this army will die this time. Lifting the Vulcans was absolutely the right call. Can the Kree finish this off? I think the answer is going to be yes. I mean, Percival's entire army is just getting destroyed here.
Whoa, what an absolutely crazy surround with those Kree on that whole army from Percival. Percival's army looked so nice. Couple of Vulcans, couple of Medtechs, some Exos. Instantly, though, B jumps on top of it. Lifting those Vulcans, you're absolutely right, was completely the right move here. And now Kree, even in their weakened state, I mean, remember, this unit used to have 50 armor when rolling out. It now gets +0 armor currently.
Oh my god, these bobs. The bobs.
The bobs.
Not the bobs.
Bob, look out.
Jumps on here.
Oh, and he actually manages to ground that Hornet there.
He does. Takes it out. Percival is desperately trying to hold on, but he is down 40 supply in this game, and B is looking for the win here. He wants to win 2Goblin, 2Cluckfest. He wants to be the Mother Clucker.
He wants to be the newest Mother Clucker here, but can he do it? These Vulcans starting to deal a pretty decent amount of damage, but the Kree is too fierce and too numerous. Percival, I mean, he's not out of it yet.
Those Vulcans. Percival desperately trying to hold on, but his supply is just dropping
50 supply down. Yeah, I just don't feel very hopeful.
No, the bombs again.
The bombs. No. Dark Prophecy still a good ways away, only about halfway done currently, but I feel like Percival is on a clock here. He's got to somehow push this away. He goes for the invisibility. He doesn't have any scouts to reveal, and what a surround.
The surround to close it out. GG gets called in B. It looked dicey there for a minute. Percival playing a great game with those hedgehogs, but it just doesn't matter.
And B is your Mother Clucker, winning the series 3-1 over Percival, showing the Celestials how it's done. Infernal's not even making it to the finals this time. I would have bet they would have been there at least, but no. Celestial versus Vanguard, and Celestials taking the game. Just goes to show you guys. Just goes to show you. Apparently, we don't know balance very well at all. But an absolutely wonderful series there, Chicken. I am so happy we got to cast Celestials versus Vanguard for our grand finals. I thought for sure for the next couple Goblin Cluckfest it was going to be an Infernals finals. No. Proven wrong.
No, not today. Not today. Yeah, GG. What a good series.
Yeah, that was
Sick
sick.
tournament, dude. So
Super
good.
sick. Gonna see if I can't get as many of these replays as possible. But let's just do a quick shout out to B here.
Yeah.
Boom. Absolutely wonderful. So, I mean, we saw versus Vanguard, no matter the matchup, or sorry, I would say army composition from Percival, favoring the Kree and the Cabal. It looked like it was such torture to deal with those Hornets, but the Cabal, like, just expanding, just dealing with the losses, keeping a level head, eventually getting to the Cabal, you know, dropping them when you can, getting some Sovereign's Watch. He still, like, every game lost. I mean, besides, what was it, Secluded Grove? I mean, Secluded Grove, he lost, like, 14 prisms.
He lost a lot, yeah.
He lost so many. But the other games, he's still losing prisms left and right to those Hornets. He's able to just hang on. He just, you know, get to the Cabal, drop them down, and you can deal with Hornets. You just have to be super disciplined to have Cabal at every base and never F2. And then just deal with it, I guess. It seems crazy, but yeah, I guess that's just how it is. Any closing remarks from you, sir?
No, just thank you guys for being here. Thanks for supporting 2Goblin, 2Cluckfest. Over $300 prize pool. That is so sick. Yeah. You'll love to see it. I think we'll be back for a third one.
Oh, I think we'll be back for a third one. I think you're absolutely right. A big thank you to everybody, as Chicken Man was saying, not only who signed up and played, we had some incredibly talented players, some extremely high MMR Stormgate players in this one, and hopefully the next one get even more. And yes, if you took the time to donate to the Matcherino page, big thank you guys, getting to 322.25.
Yeah.
So a really nice and solid payout to all of our players in the top 4. Very happy about that. Yeah. And we'll be back, guys. We will be back for the Goblin Cluckfest number 3. We'll see when we're gonna do it. I'll have to coordinate with our boy Chicken here. But I think
probably on a day ending with Y.
Probably on a day ending with Y. I think you're right. But that is going to do it, I think, for us over here. I know I am finished up, and I am fucking starving. So I'm going to go eat some food. I am so hungry, so I'm going to go and do that. Chicken Man, I assume you're done streaming, but if you're not, you've got a raid from your old pal A-Pop. Okay.
2 o'clock in the morning, and I have to work in the morning, so right. I'm going to go to sleep. That was a lovely time casting. You have a great night, my friend.
Absolutely. Chicken Man, you take care, my friend. Much love to you, and I will see you in the next one. GG. Fantastic. Guys, once again, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out tonight and joining us for the 2Goblin, 2Cluckfest. Very happy that this tournament series has been very well received by the community. I know Chicken Man and I have an absolutely wonderful time casting these games. It's so much fun to see, even just between 2 weeks, how different the meta is. 2 weeks ago, Inferno was seen as untouchable, no way to beat them. They're the king of all stages of the game. And now, you know, Vanguard looks so strong with the dog openings. I thought for sure it was going to go to a Vanguard this time, just in the back of my mind. But B showing us Celestials got some moves. Maybe people just aren't respecting how good apparently the Kree still is. I mean, I'm remiss to say it, but you know, making it literally all 4 games and taking the series 3-1 is no small feat versus a Vanguard as strong as Percival for sure. So very, very awesome games. Guys, I'm going to leave you with a few links if you would like to support the Goblin Cave. If you want to see more tournaments like this, please definitely let me know. You can check out my YouTube and join me on Discord if you want to hang out outside of the stream.